hates Linkin Park. Not like doesn't like him.
Is there something behind
like straight
it?
up
Or
hates
just
it.
It's just not
He
for me.
called him what? Like Timu Limp Bizkit.
Goodwill Limp Bizkit.
Oh,
That's what Linkin Park
Park.
is.
Well, hold on.
Linkin Park's awesome.
Just because it's not for you, why do you hate him?
Thank you, Dante.
What's the like? Just because it's not for you, there's got to be something else that where it inspires.
I got a hard
hate.
line in the sand. I like it or I hate it.
You
That's
know
it.
what's
I live on a
incredibly
That's all.
funny. Here's the most
I think I've
funny
heard some
thing.
of that. I think I've heard some of that.
So Alex loves Linkin Park. I love Linkin Park. We actually played it because we play Linkin Park regular on our show. We played it, and Dover had no idea. He was bouncing his head, and I almost said something. Alex almost said something.
No.
We played Linkin Park, and he was like,
Right when I heard Connor or whatever the lead
Chester.
I was like, oh crap! I know who it is. I know who it is.
They had the juice there for a minute.
Oh yeah,
They had the juice there for a minute, and then they did the mashup with Jay-Z.
Yes.
that's what he didn't like.
That's what I didn't like.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
It's not that's not my favorite song, but they put out a couple albums that like performed real well. That was in the era of like TRL and like getting your like music video like
TRL,
featured
nice.
on TRL, and then you had
Yeah.
on BET, which I was watching 106 in Park.
Yeah.
with AJ
Freestyle
and Free,
Friday?
Freestyle Friday.
Let's go.
Oh my God, I remember some of those freestylers. Poster Boy,
Yeah.
Jin, the Asian
Jin,
dude,
yeah.
like went on like a run. Yeah, that's
Dude.
stuff, like when I would visit my dad, I had a chance to watch that stuff. Didn't have the TV at home with my mom, and I was just like a fly to the flame.
BET 10 p.m. every night. I'm like, I need some alone time. This is a game changer. The music videos that they would show.
Oh yeah.
is things I didn't know anything about.
Yes.
Until I watched
Yes.
it.
You look like the Van song. I got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers. You look like that. We're skateboarding and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you like that
I'm
one?
a little bit like that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Well, Phil, man, one week from tomorrow, we'll be breaking down the Colorado Buffs and previewing their game against Georgia Tech.
Here we go, baby.
And dude, I got to tell you, man, I did something for the first time this year.
You bet on the Buffs. You took her over.
No, although if I had a choice, because it's such a low number, I would go over.
You talked about it yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a low number. So I think they're going to win 5. That would be my preseason prediction. We'll do it officially next week when we really take a dive into this roster and all the moving parts. Because make no mistake, there are a lot of moving parts. 50 new players. I mean, holy smokes. But I did something today for the first time this year, and I made a college football bet.
Oh, here we go. I knew
did.
it had to be with the betting.
Yes, I made a college football bet. All right, Dante, pay attention.
Focus, man.
24-1, John McTeer to win the Heisman Trophy
Out of Oklahoma.
out of Oklahoma. That brother can spin it.
Now, he hurt himself last
He
year.
broke his hand.
Broke his hand.
Good memory. He was the favorite to win the award at the time that he broke his hand. That dude is electric, and you don't have to play for the national champion to, be up for the Heisman. You think of Travis Hunter.
Yep.
You think of Ashton Genty. Like, Colorado wasn't going to go win the national championship. Boise wasn't going to go win the national championship. But you have to be like a 9-10 win team, and you got to put up numbers, and you got to have a couple moments. And I'll probably make one other Heisman bet as well to have 2 irons in the fire.
Don't tell me it's going to be another quarterback.
It will be another quarterback.
Okay.
It's quarterback award.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
mostly.
I hate that,
Me
man.
too. But I'm playing within the rules, and I'm looking at Dante Moore over there at 10-1 with Oregon. Oregon is so loaded at every position. I mean, it's like Phil. They almost have like a 5-star at every single position. They are just absolutely busting at the seams with
Don't
talent.
tell that to Uncle Kirk Cinetti, though. He'll let you know he doesn't need those 5 stars. He
Yes.
needs those 2 stars, those
It's
1
true.
stars.
It's true.
Maybe a couple 3, and of course you can sprinkle 1 5-star, but he doesn't need that to go ahead and beat somebody like Oregon.
He does not, and they're going to be in the national championship picture again. If you remember, I shared this with you last year. They ran the most RPO of anyone, I think it was like 5th or 6th most RPO.
You talk about Indiana now.
Talking about Indiana's offense with Fernando Mendoza last year. They went out and got the quarterback who did RPO number 1
Yes.
of anyone in the entire country, and that was TCU's Josh Hoover. Hoover's now playing for Cignetti at Indiana, so they're going to be really good again. So I'm just like taking a dive into all this stuff, and I'm just so excited that we're here, man. It's not like months away. It's 8 days away. College football is getting off the
Week
ground.
0.
In fact, is week 0 this coming week? Oh my goodness,
It's here.
Week 0's this weekend. Yeah, North Carolina and TCU this weekend. So man, I am just so stinking excited. taking a dive on these
North
teams,
Carolina.
man.
Oh, what Bill Belichick? What's he doing? He's been out of the limelight a little bit, man. He's been quiet.
They're saying his seat is warm.
His should be hot. His should be hot. Just like if you're saying, and somebody out there may be saying, well, Deion's seat should be hot. I mean, Bill's right there too. Bill was supposed to come in with this NFL background and just dominate. And I mean, every single year that Bill has been there, I know it hasn't been that long, but I mean, he has taken a butt whooping.
Is this year 3 for Belichick at North Carolina? It's just year 2. So it's still early.
Feels like 4.
There's been a lot going on over there.
That's true.
His general manager got put on administrative leave. What was his name? He was always with him. Lombardi. Lombardi had been put on administrative leave. All the stuff going on with his young girlfriend and that whole scene. But yeah, man, it's exciting, man. I'm just fired up. Georgia's going to be really good. Georgia was super young a year ago, and they return like everyone. They return the most on offense of anyone in FBS football.
But,
Kirby Smart.
Who's the dark horse? Every year you come in here and you say, you did it with Indiana. When Kirk Cignetti first got there, he said, hey, guys, watch out.
Before he coached the game.
You did it with SMU one year. We were like, I'm going to bet SMU.
Yes.
So who's that for you? Because you've been spot on 2 years
in
a row.
No, and it's been 3 years in a row because last year I came in and gave Illinois.
Oh, yes.
Brett Bielema.
Yes.
And over, I think it was over 7.5 wins. Yeah, with Luke Altmaier, third-year starter.
Right now, 3-0.
3-0. I'm not going to give it officially right now, but I think I know what it's going to be. And it's going to be an under in the Big 12. It's a Big 12 team that's going to be I'm going to go under.
Let's go, Buffs.
And it will not be the Buffs. It will not be the Buffs, but I'll talk through it because I want to do it in detailed fashion next week and sort of lay out the logic. No such thing as a lock. It's not advice. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. You want to know a hot take? Hot take.
You're full of them today, huh?
Yep.
On a Wednesday.
Because I've just spent like 4 hours ingesting college football content. It was a couple years ago I came in and said, man, keep your eye on this kid Drew Aller, quarterback from Penn State. By the end of the process, I said by the end of the pre-draft process, I think he's going to be a first-round pick. And he sure looks like it here in the preseason.
He
tore his ACL. He didn't go in the first round, whatever. But I will bet Penn State.
Penn State?
Yes.
No Drew Aller?
No.
So why then? Like, explain to me why before we go on.
Well, one, it's their schedule. Their schedule is almost crafted in a lab, a Nittany Lion lab. And they have Matt Campbell, who came over from Iowa State, who is bringing a ton of his players, as well as his quarterback, right? Rocco Becht is coming with him as well. The schedule is Charmin soft, and I'll sit here, I'll stick my neck out on Wednesday, October 26th. Then give me Penn State to go to the college football playoff.
Okay, so the playoffs. No, just getting in.
Penn State to go to the college football playoff, the CFP. Yes.
Big Ten.
Yes.
Not Kyle Whittingham in his first year.
No.
With Michigan. I like them. They're going to be tough. See?
Me too, and they were super young a year ago. There was one point at the back half of Michigan's schedule where they had 6 freshmen on the field. And they're dealing with the calamitous nature of what was going on with Sharon Moore. And so I like them, but their schedules it's much tougher. They got to play Ohio State and a handful of other juggernauts inside that league. And then here's the other thing, just going stream of consciousness here, like the SEC, we talk about it here behind the scenes, like in commercial breaks and stuff. The SEC has not fallen off. I would not say that because it feels a little bit like AFC and NFC right now in college football with the SEC and the Big Ten. But who won the Natty last year?
It was the AFC team.
It was.
I said AFC. AFC's better than NFC.
Who won the national championship? It was Indiana.
Yeah.
They play in the Big Ten. Who won it the year before? You remember?
It was what was it? It was
Ohio State.
It was Ohio State Big Ten.
Yep, Big Ten. Who won it the year before that? It was Michigan. That's Big Ten, Big Ten, Big Ten.
I forgot Michigan did.
Yes.
And Harbaugh was there at that time.
Yes, in his final year before taking the Chargers job. Now, look at this, and I'm going to need some help with this because I don't remember. Last year, Indiana beat Miami.
Yeah.
Miami, that's an ACC team. Ohio State beat, was it Oregon? Who they beat in the national championship? Was it Oregon?
They beat the brakes off of them because Dylan Gabriel. That was the year with Dylan Gabriel.
It was
right?
Notre Dame, I think.
Was it Notre Dame?
It was Notre Dame because I think
Ohio
Notre Dame
State
got
in the
there.
national.
Oh yes.
Notre Dame.
So it was Notre Dame. So Ohio State beat Notre Dame, and then this is the one I really need help with. Michigan
They beat Washington.
Who had beaten Oregon in the rematch, if you remember, with Michael Penix, I believe.
No, Washington beat Texas in the semis.
Did they beat Oregon the round before?
Pac-12 championship.
Pac-12
There was
championship.
only 2 rounds that year.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that to say, not only has the SEC not been a champion in 3 years, they have not been in the championship game in 3 years. College football's changing. It's changing fast. Okay, I can't wait to continue to do this with you throughout the fall.
Arch Manning, Texas.
Arch
Hook 'em,
Manning,
baby.
Yes.
Give me Texas.
I mean, Texas. Dude, they added 10 Power 4 starters to their roster in the portal.
the money.
Dude, whew, I am fired up. I'm fired up. All right, the Broncos have 19 days to iron something out, and if they don't, it could cost them in Kansas City on Monday Night Football. We'll tell you what it is next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammey and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 1043 and never miss another take. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
In honor of the new Denver Broncos Blitz Scratch game from the Colorado Lottery, I've brought in a real deal quarterback to tell you all about this latest game. All yours, bud.
Blue 52, orange 80, scratch back twist 100K, big hat, strong stash, on 2.
Well, I think what he said was that the top prize is $100,000 and something about how great I look. Thanks for noticing, champ.
New Denver Broncos Blitz Scratch.
Must be 18 to play.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Spine One. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain? Well, my guys at Spine One, they're an emergency room for back pain with same-day appointments. They'll see you and they'll get the journey started. And that's exactly what I did. Whether it's chronic pain, acute pain, work-related, sports-related, doesn't matter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and start your journey just like I did toward pain-free. 303-367-2225. That's 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at Spine1.com. BeatTheDA.com.
Hey, this is Rob Biandino at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. If you've been injured in a car accident or property damage, you need our help. I handle all my cases personally. I know all the medical experts, all the damage experts to get you the most for your injuries and your damages. If you're injured in an accident, call me. I will go to war for you. The insurance company knows that I'm a trial lawyer. That will get you more money, a better settlement at the end of the day. Give me a ring, 720-706-5151. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Wednesday, August 26th, as we can reach out and touch September, and even more so, just over 48 hours away from Denver Broncos preseason game number 3. What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, ZB? It is a Wednesday, and we're gonna hump our way through a Wednesday, ZB. But before we get going, you're gonna go. You now for the past 2 years, or for sure one. You go to a college football stadium, correct? Like you go and try to visit. You doing that this year?
I'm really gonna try.
Okay.
I'm supposed to meet my buddy Terrence, former teammate of mine in Dallas.
Okay.
And go to SMU. The sports information director for the SMU football program is the former SID for DU.
They pony up.
Who is like, dude, I got you for tickets. I got you with field passes. And, like, the year that I took SMU's over, I just became a fan of Rhett Lashley and their program. But my guy, Terrence, he's got a baby that's due 7 days after our trip is supposed to happen. So he could roll the dice.
Terrence, don't worry about it, man. The wife will be just fine. Go to that game. Go to the game.
I was like, it's not even your second. It's your third. Like, she's good. Like, she's got this.
Man.
We're going to be in Dallas getting after it, all right? We have a fun show planned for you guys today. And I hope it unfolds in reality the way that I have it constructed in my mind. Really fired up to be here. I love that we're so close to football season in both college and professional. I'm
taste it, man.
Chomping at the bit. Yeah, I'm doing deep dives and trying to figure out what's going to be like my biggest play of the year and all that fun stuff. But as I said going into the last break, the Broncos, right, with Super Bowl aspirations, they have 19 days to iron something out. And if they don't, it could absolutely cost them in Kansas City on Monday Night Football. Phil, the Broncos have a bit of a penalty problem that extends beyond the preseason. But let's just address what has transpired here through 2 preseason games. Game 1 against Atlanta, 8 penalties for 64 yards. Game 2 against the Packers, 10 penalties for 79 yards. So in 2 football games, you're talking 18 penalties for 143 yards. We don't have preseason penalty information, but I'm guessing that's among the worst in the league. But it shouldn't be shocking because a year ago, the Denver Broncos, despite being 14-3, this has got to be one of the great anomalies in NFL history. And I have no way of proving it, just instinctually saying it. Phil, the Denver Broncos had 129 accepted penalties last year.
Very undisciplined, Z. Very undisciplined. It's like, hey, man, you lose games because of that. You keep drives alive like the Denver Broncos did for the Green Bay Packers. That's why the Green Bay Packers were able to score that touchdown at the beginning of the game when the ones were in there.
Bingo.
A penalty.
Yep.
And it was Nick Bonito. Nick Bonito jumping off sides that moved the chains. And when you have a good quarterback like Jordan Love, he is going to make you pay for that. That has to stop. You have to be more disciplined. And I know there's a little bit of context to it, ZB. It's the preseason. That means it's not just the starters out there, that you're going to have the second, the third, and the fourth stringers in there.
Of course.
And you're going to go through some penalties. But it's something that must be cleaned up because they were dealing with it last year. They're dealing with it right now in preseason, and it's going to get them beat against these really good teams like the Rams, like Seattle, like the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead, right? You got to play fundamentally sound, clean football if you're going to beat teams like that, Z.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's worthy of talking about, not just because it's been going on in the preseason in a bit of a rampant way, but when what's going on in preseason is syncing up with what transpired a year ago. I mean, dude, 129 accepted penalties is wild. It's over 7 per game. And Phil, it's not just the number of flags, they're for massive yardage. The Denver Broncos gave up 1,174 yards in penalties last year. That was the number 1 mark in the National Football League.
800 was on Riley, huh?
Dude, well, I'll get to that in a second. But how often, real talk, how often in NFL history is a team that's 14-3 and the number 1 seed in the American Football Conference simultaneously the number 1 team in the entire league in penalty yardage given up? Those two things typically do not live in the same universe, and I'd almost make a bet that it's one of the maybe 2 to 3 times it's ever happened, if it ever even has happened.
ZB, it was a magical season last year, right? With everything that went on, even with having all those penalties, things went our way. The ball rolled on our side, which we needed to.
Yeah.
This year, going up against this schedule, it's not going to be like that. If you leave it up to the referees or a penalty to decide whether a team moves 5 more yards to score that game-winning field goal, it's going to hurt us down the line.
Yep.
They must play clean football, and it starts with defense, not jumping off sides. Okay, when you're playing mans, don't be as handsy. But this is also another reason why the Denver Broncos are playing a lot more zone, because zone, everything's in front of you. You don't have to be as handsy. You're looking at the quarterback. You're looking at the receivers. You're reacting to them, and you're not chasing them around, having to grab them if you lose control of them or you lose sight of them. And maybe that's going to help them out defensively. And offensively, it's just about locking in, understanding that you're going to have to do hard counts. Say, hey. You can't jump off sides, because now you set yourself back. Instead of it being 2nd and 5, now it's 2nd and 10, and now you must throw the football. Like, the penalties have to stop if the Denver Broncos want to win 12 or 13 games this year and be ready to go in the postseason. And it's players. Players have to hold each other accountable. It's not the coaches. They're not out there playing.
I was going to ask, is this more of a coaching or player issue?
Player-led teams are successful, and when you're dealing with an undisciplined team, that's on the players. That's on Bo Nix, PS2, Alex Singleton, Nick Bonito. Okay, everybody must lock in, hold each other accountable, talk with each other, make sure you remind each other, hey, watch the hard counts, or even if you're offensive lineman, hey, don't jump. We need this one. It's just doing something like that can help you out, ZB, but the players must take control of this team and clean those penalties up so that they can have success this year.
Well, we've even seen in training camp practice, Davis Webb kick Mike McGlinchey out of a drill. I mean, like,
get out of here.
It's a bit unusual, but that's the lengths that they're going, and he had to go with the 2s. More context here, in terms of total flags. All right, so this is like, sometimes they say we don't need your help. We'll take the first down. We're going to decline the penalty. So if you take into account not just the accepted penalties, which was 129, all right, total flags. 154 flags thrown on the Denver Broncos last year, 5th most in the NFL.
Damn.
So the 5th most total flags, number 1 in terms of penalty yardage given up to opponents. And what's interesting, and I don't know what to make heads and tails out of it. I just think it's noteworthy and worth mentioning. 71 flags were at home, 58 on the road. So they got penalized more in their home building than they did on the road, and it was a pretty meaningful difference between the two. I just find that interesting. I can't really explain that. If you go back to 2024, so this is Sean Payton's 2nd season, the Denver Broncos had 968 yards worth of penalties. That was a top 10 number in the league as well. So for back-to-back years, the Denver Broncos have been among the 10 most penalized team in professional football, and the most guilty player, or the guiltiest player, is who?
Yeah, the guy you want to pay.
All right.
Hey, this man.
It's a guy that gets racially profiled on Sundays
Look at him.
in front of everyone. It's just
take the sleeves off, Riley. That's all you have to do. Be proud.
12 total flags, 10 defensive pass interference, 1 illegal contact, 1 face mask. Who's the next most?
I'm gonna go Garrett Bowles jumping off sides or holding. They got me picking on GB.
Pat Surtain.
PS2.
Pat Surtain, 2nd most penalized Denver Bronco. Riley had 12. PS2 had 9 of his own. 5 defensive pass interference, 2 illegal contact, 1 offsides, and 1 defensive holding. So it's just something that we need to be aware of. It's been an issue for 2 years straight, and we need to be aware of it going into year 3 to try to avoid not being one of the 5 to 10 most penalized teams in the sport, and certainly not number 1 in terms of yardage given up from penalties. Okay. If the goal for the Denver Broncos, Phil, is to truly win the Super Bowl this year, NFL history says something likely needs to happen first. And we'll get to that next.
Bo Nix is back. 2 surgeries, months of rehab, and Friday night he walked onto the field and made it look easy. Let's go! Sean Payton liked what he saw. So did Broncos country. But is it enough to quiet any concern heading into the season? Or do we need to see more? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Everyday expenses keep climbing, and high credit card interest isn't making life any easier. If you're a homeowner, your home equity is your best financial tool. American Financing can help you consolidate high-interest credit card debt so you have some breathing room. Timing matters now more than ever. With a strong chance of an interest rate hike this September, waiting could cost you thousands. And with rates in the 5s, there's no better time to find out how much you could save. Ditch those 20% interest rates. By consolidating, you can slash your monthly obligations. In fact, American Financing borrowers save an average of $800 a month. Imagine what that kind of cash flow could do for your family. There are 0 upfront fees, and you may even delay up to 2 mortgage payments. Lock in your lower rate before September. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time. Like on Wash and Wax, you can get 3 Meguiar's products for just $20. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with 0 risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Anna had a very severe brain injury.
My dad got in contact with Barry Simpson.
They didn't think about the money. They thought about what was best for Anna. That's all that mattered to me, just making sure that she was okay.
Not only would I recommend Berg Simpson to others, I have recommended Berg Simpson to others.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Progressive knows that for business owners, vacations hit different. But hey, at least you finally took a vacation. And look at that. You only answered 53 calls, 84 emails, onboarded 1 new hire, and covered for Chris while he's out on paternity leave, and you did it all from a kayak. Because you, my friend, know how to relax. All right, you may not know how to take a day off, but you do know both your personal and business auto insurance needs can be covered in one place with Progressive. So at least that's relaxing, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Taco Bell's 2016 favorites are back. The Naked Chicken Chalupa, Beefy Crunch Burrito, Mexi Melt, and Caramel Apple Empanada. Relive 2016 now at Taco Bell. Limited time at participating stores while supplies last. Prices vary. Tax extra.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
If the goal for the Denver Broncos is to truly win the Super Bowl and win it this year,
That's the goal, ZB. That is the goal. The number one thing they must do. The most continuity in the league. Bo Nix, franchise quarterback. You got a three-headed monster with the run game. They a top 5 defense and they're not number 5. That's the goal, baby.
did you guys hear the way Phil's just stuck his T's on the continuity? Damn.
Was that good or not?
Damn.
Let's go.
Wow. Phil's been working on his T's. I love it. You said that once before. You go, I've been working on my T's.
Working on the T's, dotting the I's now. Come on.
Continuity. Man, that was impressive.
There we go.
All right. If the goal for the Broncos, is it Super Bowl or bust in your eyes?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, you got all these guys coming back. You added Waddle, Jalen Waddle to the mix. Bo Nix was so close to getting to a Super Bowl before he broke his ankle. You got VJ, your defensive coordinator, back. You got Davis Webb, although he's new as an offensive coordinator, he's been in that building. And Sean Payton, ZB, you must get to a Super Bowl. Just like for the Rams, everybody's saying Super Bowl bust for them, and I understand why. That's how I feel about the Denver Broncos. You were so close last year. Now it's time for you to get there.
All right. Well, if they intend on getting there and even winning the whole thing, all right, something has to come first. And a lot of Broncos country, like, I'm not breaking news, but when you put the math to it and put like some texture on what I'm about to say, it becomes like more illuminating, even though it's something that you probably already know. You got to probably go win this division, Phil. If you want to win the Super Bowl or even go to it, NFL history says, man, you need to win the AFC West. All right? And here's the history. The NFL introduced the wild card in 1980, okay? You know how many teams have won the Super Bowl out of the wild card? Since 1980. 7.
Just 7, huh?
Just 7.
Damn.
The last time it happened was 2020, which is getting further and further in our rearview mirror. It was the Tampa Bay Bucks who won the Super Bowl as a wild card last. Every year since then, it's been a divisional winner. In fact, if you factor in, okay, so 7 teams since 1980 have won the Super Bowl as a wild card. That means that in the last 45 years, 38 of the 40 champions have been division winners. That means 84% of the time, whoever wins the Super Bowl also won their division. And so that math is really powerful and impactful.
Oh, it definitely is, Z. And this is why, right? If you've ever been in the room, and I have, like, that's the first thing coaches will bring up is we must win our division. Like, this is why when you play a division opponent, it makes it feel like you win. If you win, it's like winning 2 games. Like, you must win that division. And now you have the Kansas City Chiefs that seem like they're kind of coming back down to reality. You have Patrick Mahomes. You don't know how he's going to play this year. And so you have to beat Kansas City. I think the only opponent in the division that you might be scared of is the Chargers. The Chargers are going to be tough. All right, they're going to have a run game. They're going to have a good defense. You got Justin Herbert that does well in regular season. So they're one that you have to watch for. But when you're sitting here and you're battling and you have all these guys coming back, you added Waddle, like, you should be able to win this division. When you go and you look at you compare receiver rooms with the division of the Denver Broncos.
Oh, especially in that category?
Night and day.
Yeah.
You can go and take the running backs too, see? Like, what, you tell me, do the Kansas City Chiefs have a better running back room as of right now than the Denver Broncos? With J.K. Dobbins, right?
It's just such a wild card, right? Like, how long is J.K. Dobbins going to last?
He's going to last longer just because of what we're seeing out of Jonah Coleman. Just because Jonah Coleman can take some of that pressure off of J.K. running in between the tackles. I'm not saying Jonah Coleman's the next Saquon Barkley, but he can keep J.K. healthy.
Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on.
Are you with me or are you not?
Hold on. We still don't know who Jonah Coleman is in the NFL, right? And we know what the story of Dobbins' career is. Right? That's been injury. Now, I know he's made his promise, and maybe he'll buy me a drink.
Buy you a drink. Buy that drink.
But we just don't know. I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm not ready to go there yet.
Hasn't Sean Payton come out and said before, like, hey, evaluating running backs can be pretty easy. You can kind of figure out who's good and who's not.
You know early, yeah.
You know early. Well, when I look at Jonah Coleman, is what you see right now is what you're going to get. As long as they can continue to open a couple holes for him, he is going to run hard. You're looking for Jonah Coleman. I'm not looking for him to be this explosive back. That's J.K. Dobbins. What you're looking for is a guy that can give J.K. a breather and still move those chains on 2nd and 3, 3rd and 1, ZB.
Yeah, and
stick with me.
No, it's a great forecast, and I think I feel good about it. But I'm not ready to say because you're saying it's better than Kansas City, and the bell cow in Denver has literally never finished a season.
But you don't even know who the bell cow back is in Kansas City.
I think I do. It's the Super Bowl MVP, you goofball.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So recalibrate.
It is. No,
go back.
But the thing
tap
is
your chest, run back to the
we're
huddle.
talking about running back rooms. I don't tap the chest.
Tap your chest, run back to the huddle. Yeah, you forgot K9 was over there.
I'm not gonna lie. It's been quiet.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah, Kansas City got a dog.
So we'll see what it looks like. And that's we'll actually organically get back to that topic here in just a second. But like going back to the top, like you want to win the Super Bowl, you got to go win the division. And if you don't win the division, you're betting on yourself being an anomaly. You're betting on yourself being the 2020 Bucks or like the 2007 New York Giants. Like, don't be the anomaly. Don't be the outlier. Be the division winner that 84% of Super Bowl champions since introducing the wild card are division winners. Be in that category. Don't be in the 16% that's on a hope and a prayer. Here's the odds, and this is kind of stuck in my craw here because they know what we know.
Mm-hmm.
They have Kansas City as the odds-on favorite to win the AFC West. But it's tight. It's plus 160. So a $100 bet would win you $160. Okay?
Does it give a reasoning to why they believe that way?
Nope. Okay. The odds makers aren't going to like put their cards on the table, and so they have Kansas City as the favorite, and then they have the Chargers at plus 190, right there nipping at the heels of Kansas City. So plus 190, a $100 bet would net you $190 in winnings. Denver's plus 225. They're the third most likely team to win the division despite being 14-3. And it's just like one of these things. And then I go check the Athletics model in conjunction with the New York Times in their simulations. They have Kansas City as a 34% likelihood to win the division. The Chargers at a 31% likelihood to win the AFC West. And then the Broncos, once again, in third with a 28% chance to win the West. And I'm like,
copycats. Man. They just copy each other. They're baking in that they feel like there's going to be a regression.
Yeah.
We've talked about, right?
Yep.
The regression of 11 one-score games. I get it. I understand that. But also, they should be looking around like everybody's so excited that Patrick Mahomes may play. But they're still not understanding that this man's a human being, and just because he's out there doesn't mean he's 100%. So if that man's not 100% and he's not ready to go, well, Kansas City's not winning with Justin Fields. Okay, Justin Herbert, you're thinking he's going to continue to do well, having all his boys back, the offensive line back. But we still have to figure out who Justin Herbert is once you get to that postseason. And he's going up against a tough defense like Denver, and Kansas City's still going to be tough. See?
Well, the postseason's the postseason. I mean, the Chargers could absolutely go out and win this division. They absolutely could.
They could.
And they're a regular season team, to your point. And they just lost. Did you see they lost their starting center?
Yeah.
Tyler Biadasz, who we used to talk about years ago in the draft process.
The depth, man, over there is still thin. That was what was wrong with the Chargers last year, is they started to drop like flies and they don't have depth. A lot of teams don't have depth. And that's why these preseason games are so important for somebody like Denver.
Yeah.
Somebody like Mike Vrabel bringing it up for the Patriots. Like, if you want to go far, the depth has to matter. The depth has to be up to par, and this is what you're looking for.
All right. If you want to react to that conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. We have a story, and how much of a story it is, we can talk about it, but it's just been put out there here in real time just a couple minutes ago. And it's got to do with the CU Buffs, and it's got to do with the quarterback, Julian Lewis, and what went down this offseason that we are just learning of. Details next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Most small business break-ins happen between 2 and 5 a.m. The owner finds out when they unlock the door at 7. Pull footage from a consumer system and you get a silhouette in a hoodie. Nothing identifiable. Vantage installs cameras that read a face in total darkness. And they don't stop at cameras. Access control, network, intercom, cabling, AV. One company, one number. Ready to invest in real security for your business or property? Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit business.vssicolorado.com today.
Siltahar Motors, where Colorado goes for the best deals, the best selection, and people who treat you right. Ford is ranked #1 in quality by J.D. Power, and Siltahar has the best selection of top-quality Ford trucks and SUVs in Colorado. F-150, Bronco, Explorer, and Ranger at 0% financing, no payments for 90 days, thousands in cash back. Plus, a large selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, inspected, warrantied, and backed by a 5-day exchange with top dollar for your trade. Family-owned Ford dealerships in Colorado since 1960, sthmotors.com, or Highway 36 in Wadsworth. Siltahar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We can't stop time, but we can make your day more efficient. And we can help you get fit and stay fit.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
As Coloradans, we know how important it is to protect our homes. And unfortunately, wildfires are a reality here. It's Zach, and that's why I trust 50-80 Exteriors, a 2-time President's Club winner offering Class A fire-rated products designed to help protect your home. Thinking about upgrading your outdoor living space? Now's the time. Purchase a new deck during the month of August and get free solar railing lights. No payments and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. 50-80 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
You want to know why Mike Evans never made it to the big leagues? He couldn't hit the curveball. Well, I've got a curveball for you. For over a half decade, we've been bringing you the best free meal in Denver every first and third Thursday at E Hills Church from 4 to 6 p.m. It's all about that delicious free barbecue and a trunk load of free groceries for anyone that needs it. You just pull up and you pop the trunk. No questions asked. Now, here's the curveball. We're changing the times just a little bit. From now on, all that delicious pulled pork, smoked chipotle chicken, and every once in a while, beef brisket will be served from 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. Same great food, same great groceries every first and third Thursday, just 30 minutes earlier, 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. If you have any questions, just feel free to call us at 303-LAW-4040. In fact, you should save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303-LAW-4040.
Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's the real deal. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half, plus Try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. That's a whole lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, and whatever else you can do with your phone. All for half the price and none of the commitment. That means you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Now, all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call them at 1-800-XFINITY or go to XfinityMobile.com or visit a local Xfinity store to switch today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares to one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans of T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees extra, $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only after 12 months. Regular rates apply.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, so a story coming out here.
What story, man? What story we gonna talk about today?
Yeah, so Drew, this is like real time, right? This is like within the last handful of minutes here.
Yeah, I saw it about an hour ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this afternoon, it's been the article is from On3, which we have cited. On3 is a newer college football platform, probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years old, something like that, 5 or 6 years old. But they've really come on, and they have some good talent there, and they're fun. They're a fun follow if you're a college football fan like we are. And they are sourcing Jackets Online. Now, Jackets Online is, think of like Buffs Wire. Like we see that stuff, right? Like it's a site dedicated to just following Georgia Tech. And I'm actually going to read from the article right now just so nothing gets lost in translation. So
it's just like Brian Howe then, huh?
Yes, it's something like in that vein.
Insider.
That's someone that is dedicatedly covering just that program. That's what they do, and it's Jackets Online. So, okay. I'm going to read from the article. When Georgia Tech and Colorado square off in Bobby Dodd Stadium next Thursday, the Buffaloes are expected to start Georgia native Julian Lewis. But a few people around Lewis were interested in him replacing Haynes King as the Jackets quarterback. Multiple sources confirmed to Jackets Online that people representing Lewis inquired about the talented quarterback coming home to Atlanta to play for Tech. This happened in early January when the transfer portal was still open. All communication was through back channels. To be clear, Lewis never entered the portal. Sources indicated that he was looking at his options following a rough first year in Colorado. Obstacles included the demotion of offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur midseason and his departure after the season, and the hiring of new offensive coordinator Brennan Marion in December. Marion's offense also seemed like an odd fit for Lewis, who is a pocket passer. The vertical shots within the go-go scheme fit him well. The run game aspect is something that Lewis hasn't shown much interest in exploring in his career. He's not much of a runner. Okay. Whoa. Julian Lewis was trying to get to Georgia Tech in January.
Why is that coming out now, right? It's just a little bit more like just to add on there, a little distraction for everybody else because, Z, we didn't know that.
No.
None of us knew this until today.
Yeah.
So you have Juju that was getting ready to go to Georgia Tech. And my guessing is Prime, Brennan Marion talked him out of it. Maybe they paid him a little bit more money. I don't know, Z.
Well, hold on a second. Like, nothing says that they had to know about this. They may be learning about this week like we are.
That would be interesting, though. Like,
because
you think it was behind, behind closed?
Well, you never entered the portal, right? And it's all through back channels. They're quoting it. So, like, you wouldn't want your head coach. I wouldn't think you wouldn't want your head coach to learn about this. Nothing was official. You're trying to feel them out. You're trying to potentially go back home. I mean, I don't know anything of any intimate details on this story. I'm learning about it in real time, just like you are.
But also at that time too, my guessing is like everybody was jumping ship. Jordan Seaton was jumping ship, the receivers, a couple running backs, and maybe Juju's like, man, I'm young. I'm watching all these so-called star players leave. Like, we're not going to have a good team. Like, why would I want to be here?
And there's 50 new players coming in.
50 of them.
That means approximately 50 players are going out, guys that he was getting to know and friends with and whatever. And again, I'm spitballing here, but yeah, I would guess, and it is a literal guess, that Deion Sanders and his staff are probably just learning out about this. Maybe not today, but like here recently.
Well, see, this is now. All right, Juju's going to have a great opportunity because he is going to start. He's going to start. He played a little bit last year and at times showed flashes, but he's young. This year is his year. And so there's no running away. This is all you. You can't blame the coaching staff, Brendan Marion, the offensive coordinator. No, you have to go out there and make these passes. And from what I've heard from people that are watching practices, is he's still kind of hot and cold. There's times where he looks really, really good. And there's a lot of times where they're still scratching their head saying, dude, what are you doing? Who are you throwing to? Where are you throwing this at? Or it's a pick six. And now they're kind of up in the air saying, man, like, we got to play this kid. Because if they don't, he's going to probably leave next year. And we have to give him that opportunity. But is he ready for it? Like, that's the big question. Is Julian Lewis, ready for this action?
Do they have
a starting quarterback?
Do they have anyone on the roster that is ready to be a starting quarterback in the Big 12?
Zach Wilson's brother. He played a little bit at Utah. He's a gunslinger.
And that was his name is Isaac Wilson.
And he's been competing with Juju. There's been videos out there in the spring and actually here in the summer camp of him connecting with some receivers and looking really, really good. Like, he's a guy that you can go with it if you don't feel comfortable enough playing Juju.
Man, I don't know. Could this, because Isaac Wilson, he did play for the Utes in 2024, did not play for the Utes in 2025.
Yeah.
But if you go back to his freshman season, he attempted 225 passes, completed 56% of them. That's not very good. And had 10 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Man, this is a really interesting story that just came out here. Because if you are insinuating, and you've heard maybe some whispers, that these two quarterbacks are close, that it's closer than maybe it should be, considering the fanfare around Juju coming in as a 5-star prospect, and he reclassified, so that got changed to a 4-star, whatever. But if it's close,
and the style of play may fit Isaac Wilson more than it would Juju.
Maybe so.
You know, where Juju won't, he doesn't want to run.
Right.
Isaac Wilson's still an athletic quarterback, just like his brother. Not as athletic as his brother, Zach Wilson. But will run, and they can do the RPO, the run-pass option if they really want to and be creative. Juju's not going to do that. He's not going to do – he wants to pass. He wants to do step back and hope that the offensive line is going to hold up and throw deep balls and intermediate footballs.
Well, I'm just saying this. If it's close between Juju and Isaac Wilson – and you just found out, and you haven't named the starter yet, and you just found out.
Isn't that kind of weird that we haven't got?
I do think it's weird.
Everybody else is naming their starters.
And I think it's weird that 2 days ago he was asked about Juju Lewis and didn't want to talk about him. You start putting this together.
That's probably because he just found out what we're finding out today.
Maybe so.
Damn, that just went off in my head. You already knew that, Hunzy.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, let's keep an eye on this story because it is evolving in real time, and it could have ramifications 8 days from now in Atlanta. Really, really interesting. Okay, you guys can react to it. Go for it. 303-713-1043 is the RamosLaw.com text line, or you can hit us up on our YouTube chat powered by Sean Ponda. What is the single biggest question you have going into the Broncos' final preseason game? We have a bit of news on that front as it relates to the starting quarterback. That's next.
Guess who's back? Bo Nix is back. 2 surgeries, months of rehab, and Friday night he walked onto the field and made it look easy.
Let's go!
Sean Payton liked what he saw. So did Broncos country. But is it enough to quiet any concern heading into the season? Or do we need to see more? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you were affected by recent hailstorms, Denver Roof Pros has helped front range homeowners for over 10 years.
Call Denver Roof Pros before you file a claim.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry buys, sells, and services pre-owned Rolex, Cartier, and all luxury Swiss watches. So if you're looking to make a change in your watch collection or just looking to sell, come to Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry, located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here, and if you're a guy over 50 dealing with an enlarged prostate, you need to know about PAE, prostate artery embolization. It's minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're back home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatments with near zero impact on sexual function. Top-tier radiologists, boutique setting, personalized care in Lakewood. Go to coloradoae.com.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation, because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Everyday expenses keep climbing, and high credit card interest isn't making life any easier. If you're a homeowner, your home equity is your best financial tool. American Financing can help you consolidate high-interest credit card debt so you have some breathing room. Timing matters now more than ever. With a strong chance of an interest rate hike this September, waiting could cost you thousands. And with rates in the 5s, there's no better time to find out how much you could save. Ditch those 20% interest rates. By consolidating, you can slash your monthly obligations. In fact, American Financing borrowers save an average of $800 a month. Imagine what that kind of cash flow could do for your family. There are 0 upfront fees, and you may even delay up to 2 mortgage payments. Lock in your lower rate before September. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
It's summer sale time in Colorado. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, done right kitchens, baths, counters, floors, finished basements, windows, and doors since 1985. Book now for select install dates this fall and save 14% on your done right remodel up to $3,000. DRHI.com.
Hey, Rob Biandino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled about 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. Man, I see so many bad stops on these DUIs, unlawful arrests, the police putting body cams off. The evidence is sketchy. We got to go get the evidence. We go find those cameras, the stores, the ATMs, the banks. We got the experts to challenge their breath tests, their blood tests. My office has over 100 years experience at this stuff. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com or 720-706-5151.
This August, take advantage of the Honda Summer Event at Champ Honda and get behind the wheel of the all-new 2026 Honda Passport. That's what I drive, and it is fantastic. Built for Colorado adventures and everyday confidence, Passport is ready for mountain getaways, weekend road trips, and your daily commute. At Champ Honda, buying is simple with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, giving you a clear, upfront price, one dedicated advisor, and a fast, hassle-free buying experience. Plus, Champ Honda never charges dealer handling fees.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
The Drive's heading to Murphy Creek Golf Course August 28th from 2 to 6. Join Zach By and Phillip Lindsay and experience wide fairways, expansive greens, exceptional practice facilities, rustic charm, and great food and drinks. The Drive, live at Murphy Creek Golf Course August 28th.
This segment on The Fan is built by Denver Deck Builders.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
One hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute.
Here we go.
Hanging out with you on a Wednesday. That first hour absolutely was a blur. That CU story, and we'll get to Broncos here in just a second, but that CU story is very interesting, man, and I do wonder, you bring up the press conference from 48 hours ago, approximately, the way that he did not want to talk about Juju Lewis, and the way, by the way, that he has not wanted to talk about Juju Lewis in general. He was asked about Juju and him taking a step forward as a leader and like what that looks like. And he's like, dude, I don't want to talk about him as a leader. The leaders are the guys who are ballers. Like, can you ball? Can you play?
Yeah.
And he is just sort of like, it's been like the opposite of hyping someone up. And Deion's a bit of a hype man and has been.
And obviously, if Deion's not hyping his guy up, especially at the quarterback position, and he's young, okay, and he's the next one coming, that's what you're hoping for, he's not liking what he's seeing out there. He's not liking what he's seeing out of Juju Lewis as a leader, as a captain of the team. And when you're 18 years old, is he 19 now, maybe 19 years old?
Yeah.
All right, it's hard for a 19-year-old to go in there and command a huddle, command everybody to respect him. You got to go out there and ball like Deion is saying. But if that's not happening consistently, well, now you have the players around saying, dude, is he really the man for this job? Can we really trust him? Can we really win with him? And so now you have to sit there and you have to have this conversation. Should we play Isaac Wilson over Juju Lewis, or should we go ahead and put Juju Lewis out there and maybe we take some lumps early and he gets better as the season goes on? But then again, if you're Deion, you're like, hey, my seat's starting to get a little warm here, and he has to be the guy that helps me out. I mean, it's a lot going on top of Deion being distracted with the legal issues.
Right. I mean, dude, goodness gracious.
Right before the season starts.
Literally.
What are we doing?
And if you're just joining us and don't know or don't have a frame of reference on what we're talking about, it has just come out in the last hour or so that allegedly, according to multiple sources, to Jackets Online, a website dedicated purely to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, but it's been picked up by On3, and On3 is a legitimate national brand. And so, like, it's a thing that Juju, through back channels, tried to transfer to Georgia Tech in the month of January and was feeling out that situation. And
was he or was his father? Was the family? Because that's usually what happens.
It said multiple sources confirmed to Jackets Online that people representing Lewis inquired about the talented quarterback coming home to Atlanta to play for Tech.
We know who is pretty much his agent is his dad.
Yeah. Well, if you remember, his dad made some comment along the lines of like you're a businessman just as much you are a football player, or like you're a businessman first. And if you remember, when Juju was a true freshman, he was like launching 4 different businesses.
I remember.
At one time.
So, man, you haven't even touched the football field yet. Remember, he had like $1 million before he even touched the damn football field.
Correct.
Come on.
And all those stars next to your name, once the pads start clapping and you realize you're going against grown men, the stars don't matter. Ask Dylan Raiola, who was the next Patrick Mahomes until he wasn't. And now you're not even a starter.
He was imitating Patrick Mahomes to a T. That was scary.
He was. It was weird. It was weird.
Kind of like how you do me sometimes.
That
when
never happened. No. I can't make myself that small. But so again, so like, what kind of ripple effect does this have inside of the room? And does Deion's view of Juju Lewis, after learning that he secretly was angling to transfer out of Boulder, like, that's what I was trying to say with the Isaac Wilson stuff. So if you're being asked repeatedly about Juju and you don't even speak glowingly about him in the way that, like, goodness, like, compare that to how we spoke about Shador. I mean,
do the Shador.
It's insane. And so if you're not willing to, like, speak highly about him, and you're hearing whispers that Isaac Wilson is actually looking good in camp, and that's closer to a battle that than you would like to imagine, considering the hype that Juju had around him. And Deion has refused to name Juju the starter.
We're still waiting on that one.
And we're 8 days out. Like, it's one of these things where did he know about this? And is that a reason why he has sort of sandbagged Juju verbally and not named him the starter? Or did he just learn about this and this is like, oh, really? How does that impact his view of Juju and his patience with Juju and Juju's leash, all that stuff? And someone is going to hear this and say, oh, you're being dramatic. No, I don't think I am, because I've been watching this program under Deion for a couple years now. That quarterback situation a year ago was the most chaotic quarterback situation in the country.
Bad. It was bad.
It was horrible.
The play caller, like the signal caller, was getting Stobbs. Was it Stobbs?
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Stobbs.
Ryan Staub.
He was getting a little bit of action because he was outperforming the starter and the backup.
Dude,
like, what are we doing
they went
here?
back and forth. It was a mess. It was the most chaotic quarterback situation in the country. And this is how this season's starting. I'll tell you what, if I had to make a bet, you'll see both of those quarterbacks this year. I don't care who's starting or who doesn't against Tech.
No, okay.
Chances are
here's the question. Like, are you going to see both of them in the first game?
No, oh God.
like that.
No.
No. We don't know who the starter is.
Dude, you are just begging for drama if you see them both in the first game. You're begging for it.
They're duking it out.
There's no way. I mean, well, I say no way. I mean, there's a way, but
if there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not good. I think I know that.
Yeah.
And so then you talk about the fit in the go-go offense. Juju's not a runner, but neither is Isaac Wilson.
He's a little bit more athletic than Juju, but he doesn't want to run either.
I don't know. He's got 61 career rushing yards, and 48 of those 61 came on one play. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go here. Very interesting. Very interesting.
They're going to run the ball, Z. They got like 4 running backs back there. They're going to run the ball. They have a big offensive line this year that Deion's saying a couple of them are going to be All-Americans or Big 12 All-Americans.
Yep.
Defense needs to be better and should be better. That's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take time off the clock, set up the play action, take a couple deep shots to some of the receivers that they do have, and that's it, man. Hope for the best. That's the only thing I can think of, and hopefully Juju does pan out. We need him to. All right, Buff alumni, they want him to, so that you can latch on to a quarterback, because we all know high school, college, and in the NFL, if you don't have a good quarterback, you're not winning a lot of games. That's a fact.
Very interesting development today. Juju Lewis was angling to transfer.
I'll go back to school. They're letting anybody in now, right?
You probably still can, right? I only played 5 years in the NFL. Like,
come on. I didn't do 6. I didn't do 6 years. I'm good.
All right. Interesting. Shifting gears to the Broncos. Unfortunate, well, depending on who you are. It's unfortunate from a human interest standpoint for me that minutes ago when Sean Payton was asked about Bo Nix playing in preseason game number 3, the way that he said he would about 2 weeks ago, Sean said this.
Probably won't play in this game. All right. Let's not go through everyone else.
Sean's not a happy camper today, right there. He's like, let's not go through everybody else. But why? Like, that's my question. Why? These guys need to be out there. It's not like Bo Nix is going to play a full game.
No.
But I want to see a little bit more selfishly, of course, but also to build the chemistry with Waddle, with Court, with Evan Ingram, Pat Bryant, Troy Franklin. Like, this is why you put those guys out there. You're getting ready to have 2.5 weeks off to get ready for Kansas City.
Correct.
Don't you want your starters to be out there for at least a quarter? Okay, a quarter and a half, getting their feet wet so Davis Webb can get a little bit more action with Bo Nix. He only got 14 plays. ZB, I don't like that. Like, go out there, play your starters for a little while, see what you need to see out of them, and then you pull them out. I understand that it's like, hey, we're trying to keep them healthy. But no matter what, you can walk on a curve and get hurt. I tell the story all the time about Jonathan Taylor and how he was just sitting there for the full camp, the full preseason, the running back from the Indianapolis Colts, and he gets hurt the first game. Wasn't no good the rest of the season because it was a sprained ankle, a high sprain. And so, like, why not? Put him out there.
I just don't like the – in general, I'm with you. I want to see these guys play. This has been a slow starting team for years. 3 years under Sean Payton. 0-3, 1-2, 1-2. The offense has been clunky out of the gate, all right, for 3 straight years. And I just don't like the timestamp in between the final time Bo will have his preseason game number 2 for the Broncos, preseason game number 1 for him, and then closer to a month off than 2 weeks off. I mean, this is going to be 3 weeks and change.
Yes.
I mean, from last weekend. So last weekend, the game was the 21st, and the Broncos don't play until September 14th. So yeah, it's just too much time, in my humble opinion. Do I think it's the end of the world? Absolutely not. Right? But I think that if the emphasis, and he has talked about this, if the emphasis is starting faster, you have a brand new play caller, you have a brand new toy in Waddle.
Yeah.
You're trying to revive Evan Ingram in his Bronco career. I would just prefer them to, even if you want to do the same amount of plays, even if you didn't play, the quarter and a half or the first half, like whatever. I would say just get out there, get your pads on, create some rhythm, work on some timing, because Kansas City on the road, man, it's going to be a chore. And so we'll see.
Well, and so, I don't know if he said the rest. It didn't seem like he was going to go down the line. Is it just Bo Nix that's not playing? Is everybody else going to play?
I would imagine not.
Starters?
I would imagine not.
Because, at that point, it's man, we just got done explaining it. You're going to be sitting there for damn near 3 weeks. Go out there, get some action in. And I would really be upset if everybody else has to play and Bo Nix doesn't, when it's we need to build this chemistry with Bo.
Well, I was going to say, if everyone else plays but Bo, so you're really worried about him getting that hurt, huh?
That would have to be the case. That would have to be the case.
I don't think that's going to come to fruition. I don't. I think you're going to see Cortland Sutton not play, Waddle not play.
Mims is going to play because he hasn't played in any of the preseason games. He's out there right now. He needs to get some reps just before the season starts. So I can see him playing. JK, are we going to put him on ice again?
I bet you. Man, with that one, I think you're asking for trouble.
Well, yeah.
With the Dobbins one, for sure.
You got to callous the body. And I know somebody out there saying, I'm tired of hearing you say that, but you have to condition yourself for a 17-game season. And the last time that we actually got to look at J.K. Dobbins, he hurt something. He had a soft tissue injury that he was dealing with. And he hasn't been back and hasn't played in the game since. So unless he's still dealing with the injury, don't you want your top 5 running back to get a little bit of action? Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be a full quarter. Maybe it's just 3 runs just to get your feet wet and then give it to, pass the baton off to Jonah Coleman and R.J. Harvey. But it looks like, J.K., if you're not going to play Bo, and Bo was playing last week and J.K. wasn't, you're probably not going to play J.K. again.
Probably not.
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a fan of the decision. We'll see. But I will tell you this. If they start as slow offensively as they have, I'm going to have some criticism, because you have you have a chance right now to get better right now. And if 14 plays is good enough to get ready for Monday Night Football, 14 plays for your starters, and you start slow, there's going to be some criticism there.
ZB, if they would have methodically just went down the field, drove down the field with some runs, some passes, and it looked that clean.
Like they did with Stidham week 1.
Yes. Yeah. Then I'm okay, don't play him. But because Bo Nix still needs to build the chemistry back up and maybe make a couple more accurate footballs, let's not forget, right? He had to throw, he threw the ball to Waddle, but it wasn't on point. Waddle had to slow down. All right, if Bo Nix leads Waddle splits 2 defenders and has a 50, 60-yard touchdown.
Correct.
All right, Cortland Sutton on a comeback route. Cortland Sutton made a hell of a catch. It didn't count. Well, if Bo Nix was more accurate with the football, now they're moving down the field. Pat Bryant didn't get a target from old Bo, and if it did, it was off. And actually, he did get a target.
He did get one.
And he was in coverage, right? And it was the wrong read. He should have probably went to Troy Franklin, but he goes with Pat Bryant because he trusts Pat more than Troy. That's a fact right now. And Evan Ingram didn't get a ball thrown his way. Don't you want to see this being built, that chemistry being built for maybe a drive or 2? I don't know what Sean's doing. I thought he was done with the sugar days, and I guess he's not.
Yeah, interesting. Well, the most in vogue thing is going to be to say this doesn't matter, and none of it matters, and you just got to you don't need to see anything more from Bo. But I'll just say, hey, they better start fast. You better start fast. That's all. In terms of the Broncos, just in general, going into the 2026 season,
yeah.
What do you think the biggest question you have is?
The biggest question I'm going to have is for Davis Webb. this is the Davis Webb year. Right? Everybody has talked about how Davis Webb can be a head coach. He's a mastermind with the play calling. And at times we see it out there during camp. But can you run the football? Can you actually stick with the run? Now, Sean Payton, he couldn't do it. Even if you wrote it on his play calling sheet, he was gonna go against that. He refused to run the damn ball. Are you willing to do that for your team? Are you gonna be willing enough to just say, look, we can run the ball 3 times in a row, get 3 yards, 5 yards. Okay, now it's 3rd and 2. All right, 3rd and 3. Now it's 3rd and 3. Can we run it again, get that, pick up the first down? Can we build into the pass? Or are we just going to tolerate the run just enough so that we can throw the ball around 40%, 50%, or let's go 65% of the time? That can't happen this year. It needs to be more balanced, a more balanced attack. It starts with the run. J.K. is going to have to stay healthy, but also get Jonah Coleman going. I do like what I see. Not just like, I love what I'm seeing out of Jonah Coleman.
What about in preseason game number 2?
In preseason game number 2, he didn't get enough of an opportunity. I want to say he got 3 carries.
He did, yeah.
That's not enough. I want to see what this young man can do by just getting downhill with some pullers. Put some pullers in front of him. He's not an outside zone runner. That's not what he's built to do. He's built to get downhill. Put a couple pullers, pull the guard in front of him, get a couple kickouts, and let this man go to work. Pick up the first downs for you. All right, stick with the run. Build off of that with play action. Get Evan Ingram going since he's on this roster. And then, yes, the doors are going to be open for Cortland Sutton and Jalen Waddle downfield. Pat Bryant in the middle, the intermediate game is going to be Pat Bryant. Troy Franklin with stretching the field vertically. All that's going to come to play, but you must stick with the run. Can Davis Webb do that? Does he have enough patience to do that?
Yeah, it's the single biggest question for me as well. For most of the reasons that you just went through and itemized, it hasn't been a balanced attack. And if we are looking for the 2026 Denver Broncos to just be more balanced in general, I'm talking about from offense to defense. Like, the best case scenario for the 26 Broncos is that we're debating what the stronger side of the ball is.
Yes.
Offense or defense. And that's best case. But I do not think that will be a conversation if the offensive side of the ball doesn't themselves get more balanced. So, like, balance will equal balance. If you're able to run the ball to the degree that we're hoping in 2026, that will balance out the offense. The offense will be better for it, and then it will balance out the Denver Broncos.
Well, you want to keep your defense on the sideline. That's the best thing for a defense to do, to sit there and have to be stretching because you have a long drive. In order to do that, it's not about passing. It's about, 1, being a balance like you've said, but 2, running the ball.
Yep.
Being willing enough to run the ball even when it's 2nd and 8 because you have that much confidence that this offensive line that you put together, that has been together for a very long time now, all right, that they can get the job done and pick up 4 or 5 yards for you to help that ball carrier out. That's what you're looking for. And if you can do that, now you're winning these tougher games. Now you're competing with the Rams. You don't want the Rams to have the ball and Matthew Stafford to have the ball with 2 minutes left in the game. You want to run that clock out. In order to do that, you have to be able to trust that damn run. I'm pissed off right now, and we don't even know what Davis Webb's going to do. But I didn't like what I saw at that second preseason game, ZB. Way too much passing. Way too many times where they in shotgun and not under center getting downhill. And that has to stop.
We'll hear from Davis Webb in just a second on that front. Someone asked on the RamosLaw.com text line, "Hey Z, how did that slow start work? How did that slow start work out last year?" Well, here's the thing: you were in a 1-score game with the worst team in football the year before. But if you weren't playing the worst team in football the year before, who had the number 1 pick, who was starting a rookie quarterback in his literal first game ever, you might have got beat that Sunday, September 7th, week 1 last year, instead of that 1-score win. Like, you might not have that same grace with a first-place schedule. So, like, that exact output offensively from last year, that slow start, that's going to get you beat this year. There's nowhere to hide in the first 6 games of the year. So I think that, like, again, and then they went on to lose to the Colts and the Chargers. If that's this time around and it's a similar slow start, well, I mean, you're looking at 0-3. So I just want the team, and I'm seeing a lot of, hey, if you think that those 14 plays, are going to change the start of the season or not, I got it. What I just disapprove of, and again, it's not like
everybody going after you, Hunter.
No. It's not like a sweeping judgment on the season. The sky's not falling or anything. I just don't like the opportunity to get more work in and turn it down. Did Bo miss the offseason?
Yes, he did.
He missed the offseason.
OTAs.
Okay.
He was not a part of that. He was ready for camp, but he missed the OTAs.
And so you have a new play caller. You missed the offseason. You've played 14 snaps. I just think turning down the opportunity to get better and refine things offensively is – I just wouldn't do it. I would advise against it. Sean Payton's forgot more football than I'll ever know.
And that's why we're in these seats and he's the head coach.
But just remember, it was 2 weeks ago he said he's playing preseason game 2 and 3. So he's changing the plan, and we'll see how it works out.
No, he's been lying this whole time. He told you guys there was a quarterback competition, and you guys believed it. I told you not to believe it. I told you that the lie detector determined that was a lie.
I initially believed you, and then I didn't believe you, and now I'm back to believing.
It's the same thing you're doing with the Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
stuff.
no. Mahomes is playing.
Uncle Phil feels always right.
No, oh, goodness gracious. You want me to pull out your catalog? Mahomes will play on Monday Night Football. You will buy us all dinner.
Buy you a drink.
And so, and we'll see how this plays out. In terms of the commitment, or more of a commitment, it's with Sean Payton and Davis Webb, 2 former quarterbacks, coaching and now calling plays.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a heavier pass.
That's what we've been seeing during camp. A lot of shotgun.
Right, but can you just mix it in to a larger degree? Like, no one's asking to run the ball 60% of the time, but can it just be closer to 60-40?
No, it needs to be, but it's going to be interesting to see, right? We're in these games, and we know how outgoing J.K. Dobbins can be.
Yep.
And there's been times where J.K. Dobbins is very frustrated. I mean, I did a breakdown one time, and I was talking about J.K., and J.K. actually hit me up and said, hey, man, you're on to something, right? Because he was frustrated that he wasn't getting the ball more. And that's just the real. So let's just say this new play caller in Davis Webb just wants to throw the ball around like it's, the street ball. What is J.K. Dobbins going to do? How is he going to feel? You're going to start seeing him with these hand signals of, hey, man, let's run the ball. Or maybe J.K. has a solid run of 7 to 10 yards, and now he's doing the Zeke, right?
Yeah, give me more.
Feed me.
Let me eat,
give me more. Like, those are telltale signs that a running back is frustrated, that he wants more runs, and that he has to remind the coach to, hey, maybe we should run consecutive times. That should never be the case when you have a really good running back that believes that he could be number 1 this year. It needs to be a more balanced attack, ZB.
Here was Davis Webb. Why wasn't the run as good in Game 2 as it was in preseason Game 1?
I think Green Bay came in here and played really, really good. I thought there was a few flashes in the run game, but then we got called back for holding, or something happened where it's 2nd and longer. We just got into really bad situations down and distance-wise, and that was good for me to learn from as a play caller for upcoming weeks, and I'm sure our O-line runners will get it going this week.
All right, we'll see what it looks like. We'll see who's out there as Bo Nix. Sean, will Bo play this weekend?
Probably won't play in this game. All right, let's not go through everyone else.
All right, so we'll see who else will be down on Friday night against the Minnesota Vikings. All right. We'll hear a little bit more from Sean Payton throughout the afternoon as practice just wrapped up a little bit ago. But as we shift gears, Deion Sanders once asked, do you believe? Well, the answer is yes when it comes to one of America's favorite pastimes. That's next.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Hey guys, your boy Mark Schlereth here, and when I want a meal that's cut above, I head to Jack's, locally owned with locations on Pearl Street in Denver and the new flagship at Park Meadows Drive in Lone Tree. Jack serves premium Australian Wagyu, incredible seafood, and chef-driven dry-aged specialties. Stop in for lunch, enjoy social hour from 3 to 5, or make it a memorable date night. And for something extra special, discover the Blind Tiger Speakeasy. Jack's, upscale flavor, comfortable atmosphere.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We've just celebrated our 27th year in business. Thank you for your continued support.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
Imagine this. No more wasting time in traffic, no more crowded gyms.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Colorado's turning 150 years old this month, but if your windows are failing, that could be costing you money on energy bills. Intense summer heat can cause failed seals, drafts, and condensation. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton brings over 50 years of expertise. Save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Call Gravina's Window Center of Littleton today. Or visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Is that a new bump on your dog's neck? Or is that bump just a part of his neck? Could be a bug bite or something way worse.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Wait, there's another bump right by the first bump.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
Guys, are you looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get Advanced Hair's breakthrough one-day treatment during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. For details and a free consultation, call 720-459-HAIR or at advancedhair.com.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard's new Orchard offers, you don't just get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers. You review them all and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Walk into the back office of most small businesses and you'll see an old DVR humming on a shelf and a camera over the register the owner isn't even sure is recording. They got that like 10 years ago, and the company that installed it doesn't pick up. Vantage can repair or replace all of it. Cameras that read a face in the dark. Access control, network, intercom, AV. One company, one number. Invest in real security for your business or property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit business.vssicolorado.com today.
At Gebhardt BMW, they're proud to serve their clients and deliver the luxury experience you expect from BMW and the Gebhardt family. They have immediate availability and flexible transportation options to accommodate your busy schedule. They also offer one-stop shopping for all your BMW needs, from maintenance to repairs, window tint to clear mask, and light body and wheel repair. They really are a one-stop destination for all your BMW needs. Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership in Boulder since 1975.
This segment on The Fan brought to you by Denver Roof Pros.
Want to partake in our contest? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Talking about gambling on football. All right, we've been doing this as Americans long before it ever became legal out of local bars and barber shops and circling teams on sheets. And that's what it used to be. Like my frame of reference, like back in New York, like these bars would put out the sheets at the start of the week, and the spread would be on there, and you circle, one side or the other, you submit it, and how much you're going to bet, blah, 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 blah. Through the years, it's evolved. And I'm bringing this up because the CU Buffs are among the 5 most bet college football overs in all of the United States of America. According to BetMGM Sportsbook, the number 1 over bet is Oklahoma this year. The number 2 over bet is Colorado, over 4.5 wins.
Bet the over. I'm hitting the over now. I mean, from what we have, I've picked up and kind of what we have talked about throughout the time with Colorado, just the way Coach Prime has went about picking these players up, these players from the lower divisions and rewarding them to be in the Big 12. Brennan Marion being there with the go-go offense. Coach Prime being healthier after battling and fighting cancer. I mean, everything's looking like it can go in the right direction, and they can move in the right direction if things go right for them. I'm hitting the over on this. I think I believe that they're going to win more than 4.5 games, right? More than 4 games. I'm saying 6, at least 6. I see them winning 7, but they got to get to 6. So I'm hitting that over, Z.
Well, I don't see 7, and I don't see 6, but I think I see 5, and that would be over 4.5. Now, I've mentioned to you a couple times that I like this over season total, but then this news today, it's like, man, third on ESPN. But yeah, the CU, the second most over bet in all of college football. And it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Deion Sanders has so many fans.
Yeah.
And so, there's undying support for Colorado in certain sections of the country who are just Deion lifers and are just going to ride with their guy, Prime, and never let go. So you see a lot of this the same way you see a lot of Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl bets or Lakers overs. There's just a lot of fans. So that gets baked into here as well, but it's also just a low number. They should be able to win five games. All right, next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right, a bunch of Nuggets got together in Puerto Rico. Did you see this at J.J. Barea facility?
Yeah, I
it was
saw it.
Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, Julian Strother, Spencer Jones,
Getting the work in.
Tyus Jones, Duron Holmes, Alpha Diallo, Zeke Naji, even the rookie, Trevin Brazil, Bryce Hopkins, former Buff KJ Simpson, tryout guy Lonnie Walker, who was overseas this past year. Notably missing was Jamal Murray.
Of course.
We know Nikola is overseas and playing for Team Serbia.
Yep.
Christian Brown is having his camp here. I think it's in Inglewood, I think.
Lakewood.
Oh, Lakewood. That's what it is. But no Jamal. Something or nothing.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna say it's something because you have AG there. Jokic would probably be there if he wasn't playing for Team Serbia, and then Christian Brown would be there if it wasn't for his camp. But he's giving back to the community. You gotta love that. But Jamal Murray not being there, I'm not shocked. Was he even at? He wasn't at one summer league game, right?
I think he was there, but I don't think he went to the Nuggets game.
Whoa! So he was just there gambling. Probably.
Yeah.
Speculating, but that's probably what you do if you're gonna go to Las Vegas.
Yeah. It's good to see some guys get together and at least show a little bit of camaraderie, honestly, for the first time in a handful of years. You know, really the title season, they had a togetherness.
Is that organic tissue kind of coming back in there, ZB, for you?
I hope so. But you could do this, but if Jokic isn't there and Jamal's not there, and don't forget the leader of the Nuggets, Christian Brown wasn't there.
The leader.
I'm not sure how far it'll go, but it is nice to see. I'll say that. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
All right, the NHL's national TV schedule has been announced. The Colorado Avalanche will play 7 games on TNT and 9 games on ESPN. That's 16 total. Somehow that is 9th place in the NHL. So 8 other teams prioritized more than the Colorado Avalanche, behind the Bruins and the Penguins, the Flyers, the Rangers, the Blackhawks, the Capitals, the Wild, and the Red Wings. I don't like it.
What do you think that is? You think that people are starting not to believe in the Avs? I mean, the Avs were the wagon last year, and they were beating to everybody, and now it's kind of like you guys didn't win. Vegas Golden Knights beat the brakes off of you guys. That shine is starting to kind of wear off. What do you think it is?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think market size has something to do with this. All right, when you're, but then like Pittsburgh. I mean, Pittsburgh's not a bigger market than Denver, I don't think. I mean, they
historic franchise.
Yeah, his appearance, he no longer looks like the same person. And I am just assuming that addiction has completely taken over his life in a way that I never thought about with Kyle Singler, and it can strike anyone, right? So that's part of the point.
Yep.
But here is a portion of the audio of Kyle Singler walking in circles in his house, looking like a different person than just a few years ago.
Man, Coach K has set me up. Set me up, man. I have no power and I have no house. I've reached out to Coach, and everyone has turned the other way. I've reached out to Coach, and he has fully dismissed the message. You guys are cutting my power off, breaking into my house, stealing money, ruining my life. Reached out to Coach K, and
all right, Dante, that's
all he
enough.
did is sit me on the bench. Thanks, man.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's sad, man.
Dude, it is horrific, and he does sound like the Joker.
Yeah. Smacking his lips.
Yeah.
And, the way he's whispering and, blaming Coach K. Obviously, that he's blaming Coach K. He needs help, and we know he needs help.
Badly.
He looks bad.
He looks horrible. And I don't know what to say. Now, I've seen comments that Duke basketball has tried to reach out to him and help him, and he has rebuffed them multiple times. And so, is that the version of it in his head that he remembers?
Yeah.
Probably not. But my man was, and guys, I can't emphasize this enough, he just keeps walking in a circle, almost like he's like circling like a dining room table or something. And
or a little room.
Yeah. It looks horrible. And I hope he gets help. He needs help. And he looked like he was out of his mind. And I'm assuming he was high as a kite, making that video and posting it to social media. Man, I hope he gets the help he needs. Okay, shifting gears. We got information this week that we've waited years for, and the result of the information is a sobering reminder about America's favorite sport. That's next.
Think you know the NFL better than everyone else? Prove it. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's NFL Survivor Challenge is here for the 2026 season. Each week, pick one NFL team you think will win their game. If your team wins, you survive to the next round. If they lose, you're out. The catch? You can only use each team once all season long, so choose wisely. It's free to enter, and the last fan standing will win $2,500. Head to denversports.com/survivor to join today. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used a trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Summer's winding down and life is ramping back up. And Aleve is here for all those moments that matter. From early mornings to late afternoons, Aleve relieves pain in 30 minutes for up to 12 hours with just one pill. For busy schedules packed with school drop-offs, long meetings, and endless to-do lists, Aleve delivers long-lasting pain relief so you can keep on track. From sun up to sundown, you'll be ready for whatever's next. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, And the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. And if you're over 50, there's a good chance you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. Waking up at night, weak stream, all of it. Here's the good news. PAE, prostate artery embolization, is minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatment with near zero impact on sexual function. Lakewood location, personalized care. Visit coloradoae.com.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They helped me get financial aid, and I got to choose online or on-campus classes that fit my needs. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
Summers are made for time on your deck. Right now, when you purchase a new deck from 5280 Exteriors during August, you'll get free solar railing lights, no payments, and no interest until 2027 for qualified buyers. A two-time President's Club winner, 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Trucking companies and their insurers have teams of lawyers ready to protect their bottom line the moment an accident happens. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been going toe-to-toe with them on behalf of seriously injured victims in Colorado. We know how to investigate these cases, build them, and win them, and we won't stop fighting until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you've been seriously injured in a trucking accident, call us today. The Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW, or visit wilhitewins.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach Bob.
Again, we'll get back to Broncos here in just a second. But we learned within the last 48 hours or so, at least 1 in 4 NFL players who died between 2016 and 2021 had the degenerative brain disease known as CTE. A new study has revealed. The study published yesterday by the British Medical Journal focused on how common chronic traumatic, and I struggle with this, encephalopathy, it's CTE, how common CTE might be among NFL players.
That's why you're reading it and not me. I'll tell you that right now.
What it found is that of the 878 players who appeared in at least one NFL game and died in that 6-year period, so it's quite a sample of former players.
Yeah.
Among the 878 players who appeared in at least one NFL game and died during that 6-year period, at least 25%, at least, had CTE. The estimate of 25% is on the, quote, low end, according to Dr. Daniel Danishvar, the study's lead author. The study found that the maximum possible prevalence of CTE was actually around 97%, but that true rate is, quote, somewhere in the middle, Danishvar said. What do you make of it?
I mean, it's definitely scary, Z. And the thing is, somebody may think that it's because you're playing in the NFL, but it's before all that. I mean, for me, I started playing tackle football at 7 years old.
Wow.
Some at 6, right? Getting your head bashed in. And if you don't have a good coach, what are you doing? You're leading with your head.
Yep.
You're hitting. And they make you run into each other. They call it a dead man's alley. And they make you run around, and one has a ball and the other one doesn't. And you're not allowed to make a move, and it's like a car crash. That's at 7 years old.
That drill has made basketball players out of a lot of former football players.
Yes. I should have played basketball. I wasn't tall enough. And so you go from 7 years old to, think of what, I got done playing when I was 27 years old, 28, something like that, of just getting hit in your head nonstop. It's scary. And, for me, I'm still young. I feel like, for the most part, I can comprehend things. I can talk. I can think
mostly.
for myself. Mostly. Maybe it is easy. I don't even want to laugh. But
I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
It'll get us in trouble.
You said I can talk, and I said mostly. So
maybe it is. But I'm just like, I sit back and I look at it, and I'm like, I hope by the time I retire and I'm done looking at your ass that I can still live my life, still be there for my family, be able to see Sophia and Phil grow up.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most important thing now.
Yeah.
Not playing. At the time before I had kids, I thought playing was the most important thing. Then when that's done and you have kids, you start to realize it's more than just yourself.
Totally.
And that this is why you're here. And now I got to sit back and think and say, damn, am I going to be here?
Yeah.
It's scary, Z. What do you think of it, man? And how do you feel about if your son wants to play football?
Man, it's such a great question. Full cosign, obviously, on the what's important before and after kids. I mean, it's incomparable, and you when you start having kids, it's obviously less about you, and that's how you want it. Like, you turn your life over to them, and you willfully do it. In terms of my son asking me to play football, he's playing flag right now, and he has so much fun playing. And I do know the conversation will come eventually. But he's not playing tackle football anytime soon. He just turned 8. He's not playing anytime soon. So does that mean, 11, 12? It's so that feels so far down the road right now. I know that it's not, given how the past 8 years have gone so quickly.
It's around the corner.
I don't know, man. I think if he really wants to play, what I tell my wife is that the game of football, for as dangerous as it still currently is, it's also never been safer than it is right now. Even from, and you're such a young man.
Yeah.
What are you, 31?
32.
Are you 32?
Yeah, I'm getting up there now. Huh?
Like, even from when you were growing up, like to where we are now with the heads up approach and all the, it's night and day. But man, I'd have to really think about it, and it's something I don't want to think about right now because I know, how starting collision courses at 8 and 9 years old. I just
what's scary too is my wife brought this up one day, and she was like, Phil, like, say that I outlive you, do you want me to donate your brain to see about the CTE? And I had to really sit there and think, like, should I do that? Like, should I donate my brain if something were to happen to me just to see if I had it? Scary, man.
What was your answer?
I still don't know.
Can you share it? No?
I still don't know, Z. Part of me wants to say yes, especially if I go off the rockers and I'm doing crazy stuff, then I obviously, like, something's up.
Yeah.
You know, although I'm a crazy type of guy.
Yeah.
And other parts, like, I don't want nobody touching my brain, even though I'm not here anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's no right or wrong answer.
No. But the thing is, I'd be interested to see some of these other athletes, all right, that have had multiple concussions in basketball, in soccer, with how hard that ball is, and they're hitting their head all the time.
Totally.
I would like to know that type of information too, because it can't just be from football. It's the trauma to the head no matter what you're doing.
Well, what they also said in this study, they said the study also looked at the link between CTE and dementia, finding that more than 90% of samples of the most advanced stage of CTE, stage 4, were also diagnosed with dementia. And Dennis Shar, the lead author here on this study, noted that since the biggest predictor of CTE is the cumulative force of hits to the head, that risk can be mitigated by such things as eliminating hits during practices and having children not play tackle football. So, pretty sobering, man. We love football as Americans. It is our favorite pastime.
It's like gladiators.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. The church used to own Sundays, and then the NFL came and took it. And but at the core of why we love it is the violence, and they're trying to legislate it out of the game more and more. But it's still at the core of football is that physicality. And so, but yeah, really, really interesting. A report released earlier or yesterday rather. Okay, Vance Joseph has a prediction of what the Broncos defense is in store for this season, and you'll hear it next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at Homestrong. When it comes to your home's structure, experience matters. Homestrong brings 20-plus years in foundation repair and concrete work with the most experienced crews in the state. Guys, their inspectors are highly trained, and your inspection is free. Your quote is free. From foundation repair to waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation to concrete replacement, even building new foundations, Homestrong, they do it all. They can turn your crawl space into a fully finished basement, start to finish. No other contractors needed. Financing is available. Lifetime transferable warranty. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
If you or someone you know were affected by the recent hailstorms, Denver Roof Pros has been helping homeowners along the Front Range for over 10 years.
We understand it can be confusing with your doorbell ringing nonstop as to what your first steps should be.
Most hail damage is not an emergency. Pause, take a breath, and call Denver Roof Pros before you file a claim.
We're local and, more importantly, properly insured. Trust Denver Roof Pros.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Shop Honda keeps car buying simple. One price, one person, 1 hour means no games, no back and forth, and no dealer handling fees ever. Upfront pricing and one dedicated advisor who handles everything from start to finish. It's straightforward, stress-free, and honestly the way car buying should have always been. At Shop Honda, the experience is just as good as the vehicle you're driving home. Discover the Shop Honda difference for yourself. Visit Shop Honda today, proud partner of the Dover and Cecil Show.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
Compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Vance Joseph has a prediction of what the Broncos defense is in store for this season. We'll get to that here in just a second. Before we do, it's not an official update, okay? So I got to choose my words very carefully here. The Jonathan Cooper situation.
Yeah.
What's
going on?
So
he's been playing a lot out there.
He has.
You know.
He has. God, it's such a layered conversation. Here's what I'll say. It's not a prediction, okay? But I think that the Denver Broncos could be preparing for Jonathan Cooper to start the season on the commissioner's exempt list. And just hearing whispers, okay, and talking to the right people, I think it's a real possibility. If I were to guess, and it's a bit of a hypothesis, right? It's still a guess, but it's an educated guess. I would say that it's more likely that Jonathan Cooper begins the season on the commissioner's exempt list than unlikely.
Well, what that means is he would still get paid leave. So he would get paid, but he would not count against the 53-man roster.
Right.
So he wouldn't be in the building, and maybe he can be in the building, but he wouldn't be practicing. And, yeah, so they could pick up somebody else until whatever happens with Jonathan Cooper gets resolved, and then they can go from there. Now, the only person that can do it is the commissioner. He's the one that gets the final say on that, and if he wants him to start on that list or not. And usually if he starts on the list, it's because it's murky. Right, they're still trying to figure things out.
Right,
you know, they don't wanna make a decision because they don't have enough evidence.
Right,
so they're sitting here saying we're still gonna pay you, but you're not gonna be on that football field. You're not gonna be representing the NFL when we really don't know what's getting ready to go down with you just yet.
Right,
and that's when you put somebody on that list. So, and if that happens, ZB, then it would look like the Broncos would have been throwing a curveball because you would think that they would start to get some of these other guys going and give them more opportunities than someone like Jay Coop, who's starting these games off and actually has done a really good job out there. But if this happens, he's not going to be playing or available at the beginning of the season, maybe the first 2 or 3 games, let's just say.
Right. Yeah, this has been a sticky one for a while now.
Yeah.
I believe ultimately this thing is going away. Before the season starts? Because the commissioner's going to have to
make a decision before the season starts.
I think legally it's going to go away. Before the season starts, I'm not sure. But we know that Roger Goodell's decision-making and the law, they don't have to agree. Like, so I'm pretty darn sure that Jonathan Cooper, this legal situation for him specifically with the law is going to go away. All right. And I would not be saying that into a microphone, certainly not, if I had not talked to, folks on every front. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to go back to Sean Payton. When Sean Payton made that comment last month, when he's like, I think we're going to know, real soon. It's like, wait, what?
Now, you keep bringing that up. Like, do you think that was a big deal that Sean said? Because I know it was a big deal to us.
Yes. No, it was a big deal. And I can tell you it was a big deal to the district attorney. They didn't like it. They did not like that. They did not like that. Because nothing about the known timeline at the time insinuated that you were going to know anything soon. It was the opposite. It was, this thing's going to be handled next off season. And so when Sean said that, coupled with allowing Cooper to be on the field representing the Denver Broncos, they feel really good about this situation disappearing.
And that's why he's on the football field.
Yes, and speaking of disappearing, I do not believe, again, another hypothesis, but don't forget what that means.
Educated guess.
She is not going to be cooperating here. So the thing that makes this sticky for Jonathan Cooper from the commissioner's office, specifically, so separate from the law, is that when they upcharged it to a felony, when that nurse said, I think that she had a near-death experience, I think that she, all that hypoxia and all that stuff, when she came, now, that testimony is going to get put in a shredder if they actually go to trial against Harvey Steinberg.
Because it's the nurse saying this.
It's not a doctor. It's again, and once I got a hold of the affidavits and turned them over to a lawyer and consulted with this really smart lawyer, it's the case has so many holes in it from a trial standpoint. Think of like a strainer, like with spaghetti.
Yep.
Think about like that trying to hold water. It's not. It's not. Okay. And again,
I'm not laughing for that, but that's damn near impossible.
Correct. So like from a legal standpoint, I believe this is going to go away for Jonathan Cooper. I believe strongly that this is going away for Jonathan Cooper. But the commissioner's office is different. And when that got upgraded retroactively to a felony, that became a big-time issue to the National Football League, according to a person in the know that I just got off the phone with here during the break. And so, I think that we should be, and I know that the Broncos are preparing for Jonathan Cooper to begin the season on the commissioner's exempt list. He ultimately may not, but that's kind of where I think the momentum is headed here.
So then we should see a lot more of, and maybe this is why Sean Payton's saying like Bo's not playing and probably a lot of the starters are not going to play, because they need to find out about this depth, about these second-team players. Jonah Ellis is going to get a lot of time out there. Q Robinson, who actually has been shining in camp and in these games as well, is going to get a lot of time out there, because let's just say that Cooper is not ready to go week 1. Now, there's no set date or time with the exempt. Like, once they figure out things and Roger Goodell's good with it, you can come off that list whenever. So it could be week 2, it could be week 3,
Sure.
It could be 2 days, and 2 days go by and you take him off the list whenever he wants to.
Yep.
But you want to be prepared. This is going to be a huge season for the Denver Broncos, and you want to make sure that defense, who was a little leaky last week, is ready to go, especially if someone like Jonathan Cooper, who's been playing well, is not available. Jonah Ellis, Q Robinson, those two guys.
Would it be Jonah starting opposite?
Yes, it has to be. And Jonah has been doing a good job during camp.
Sure.
He's been working on his craft, and he would be the next one up. Tillman's on the other side with Nick Benito, so maybe they'll move Tillman over there as well and kind of have that three-headed little baby monster. Not a monster, but like to try to help that out until Cooper comes back. But if things are true, like you say, and charges at some point may get dropped, the Broncos obviously understand what's going on. It's just about like when, not if.
All right. Really interesting. Really interesting. Ooh. Hold on.
You got another update?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mike Kliss saying, as Broncos finalize their 53-man roster Monday morning, starting outside linebacker Jonathan Cooper will be about to begin his arraignment hearing in Douglas County. NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy, quote, "We continue to monitor all legal developments in the matter, which remains under review of the personal conduct policy." Mike goes on to say starting season on commissioner's exempt list is a possibility for Cooper. Okay. So that kind of syncs up with what we were just saying.
Yeah.
Someone says, doesn't the NFL usually let the legal system do its thing before they dole out punishment? Sometimes, but not always. Didn't they suspend Rashee Rice to start last season, even though he didn't actually serve his time until this summer? So sometimes, but not always. And if they think that it's going to be a bad look for you to be on the football field representing the shield that is the National Football League, they're not going to let you on the field. And so that's what has potential to happen here in this case with Jonathan Cooper. Okay, that's where we're at. That's the latest. Speaking of that side of the ball, we'll get back to Vance Joseph. VJ has a prediction of what the Broncos defense is in store for this season, and we'll get to it next.
Bo Nix is back. 2 surgeries, months of rehab, and Friday night he walked onto the field and made it look easy. Let's go! Sean Payton liked what he saw. So did Broncos country. But is it enough to quiet any concern heading into the season? Or do we need to see more? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey everybody, Cecil Lamb here for my friends SodaDietAndNutrition.com. And right now you can call 866-800-SODA because they've extended their 4-week offer through the end of August. That's right, 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA. Mention the Fan, 866-800-SODA. Tell them the Fan sent you. Tell them Cecil Lammy sent you to get those glorious 4 weeks free. And imagine 4 weeks from now, you could be looking better, feeling better, ready to go in the fall here at the end of August. So love it. Love SodaDietNutrition.com. Why don't you go to the website there as well, because Soda has over 10,000 positive Google reviews. I'm one of them, by the way, because 5 years ago I lost 60 pounds. 60 pounds gone with Soda. DietNutrition.com. Why? I had a degreed nutritionist set up a dynamic diet for me, custom fit for my lifestyle, my schedule, my food preferences, all there for me, and I was able to lose the weight in a good amount of time. 5 years ago, lost 60 pounds, never going back, because SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
Are you looking for the perfect engagement ring? Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. We have a great selection to choose from. If you're looking for that one-of-a-kind custom ring, our associates will take the time with you to design that ring that she will love, and her friends will go crazy over. At Matthews, when you purchase your ring and Centerstone, you'll receive 20% off your wedding bands. Make the right choice. Come to Matthews and save.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry, located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Logan Fury did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he bought a mini treadmill. Is walking on it during video conference calls more distracting than he thought? Yes. And is that because he overestimated his foot-eye coordination? Definitely. But it's Logan's savings, and if he wants to burn calories and any chance at a promotion, we say, good for you, Logan. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Truck started slow. Battery might be toast.
Slow starts are the first sign of heat damage to your battery. We'll test it, no charge.
Thanks. And if it is dead?
We'll set you up with a new, fully warranted battery, some up to 5 years, and we'll recycle the old one.
Thanks for the rundown. Lead the way.
Get free battery testing, charging, and recycling at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Summer is a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your tan or abs. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to decades of thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it can even grow for life. Did I mention Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow? Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation and get the details today. 720-459-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results with Advanced Hair. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and get your savings details while still available. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Denver's going places. Groove Toyota keeps you moving. Remaining 2026 Toyotas, model year end priced. 174 new Tacomas, only $299 a month. One of Colorado's largest selections. Model year end priced only $299 a month at GrooveToyota.com. Then hurry in to the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere.
Post and lease for 36 months with $49.99 with signing. Zero security deposit. On approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Based on continuous operation of a Toyota dealership at this location for 60 years. Offer expires 8/31/26.
There's a difference between the cameras you buy at Home Depot and the cameras Vantage installs. Consumer cameras give you a grainy silhouette. Vantage cameras can read a license plate at the end of your driveway with full color night vision, 24/7 recording, and no monthly subscription fees, so you never miss a thing. Invest in real security for your home. Schedule a free Vantage Threat Zone Analysis report for your property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit VSSIColorado.com today.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Vance Joseph has a prediction of what the Broncos defense is in store for this season. Man, I was fascinated by Vance Joseph and his responses yesterday up at the podium.
What do you say? They're going to be top two and not two?
Well, you know,
mic drop.
Well, he Vance wouldn't say that, but I was just fascinated by the way he navigated his way through the questions about the preseason. So, like, and again, I find this super interesting. The question was what he learned about how teams want to, like, scheme up against the Broncos defense based off these preseason games. Listen closely to VJ's response. I think it's pretty interesting.
That first drive was kind of twofold. You know, for me, I didn't think our approach, in my opinion, was unengaged and a little bit lazy, right? It wasn't the right approach, even in pregame. So I felt that. So that was the first lesson. The second lesson is, I think the 2 games, you know, what we've played here, we've seen how offenses see us, right? So lots of boots, lots of misdirection, outside runs more often than not, match protection passes, quick game, you know. Teams don't want to lose first down because if they do lose first down, our rush kind of comes alive. So I think that game was an example of what is coming in the future. You know, how teams see us. Run game wise, pass game wise, winning first down with quick game, boots, you know, outside runs more often than inside runs. So to me, it was a great lesson on both ends of when we play, it's a standard, and I want to see it all the time. And obviously how teams see us. And in 2 weeks, we've seen that kind of trend that way.
I think it's so interesting, like gathering the early clues on how teams are playing your defense, even though it's preseason, and there's a trend that's starting. One, at the outset, he said, I didn't like our approach. I felt it during warm-ups, okay? And it was unengaged and a bit lazy, all right? Which is why I think that maybe we should see the Broncos starters.
Which makes sense.
Again.
If you had the starters out there for at least 14 more plays.
All good. We don't know if we're going to see him or not. We just know we're probably not going to see Bo, according to Sean Payton. If you missed that, he is not scheduled to play any longer the way that he was, say, 10 days, 2 weeks ago. But him saying, man, like, these teams are now desperate to win on first down because they're trying to avoid our rush. So like the quick game, the boot game, outside runs, trying to create a manageable second down and prevent this Broncos pass rush that sacked the quarterback 68 times last year. That is an incredible number. It's a franchise record. And so, I think that the layers to VJ's response there was fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It was very detailed, and he's right. Right? Think about it. Pat Surtain got caught on a couple times with slant routes.
Yep.
And I sit here and say, hey, I'll give up a slant route if I'm a cornerback, but you don't want to give up too many slant routes because those slant routes turn into 5-6 yards, and then all of a sudden you break a tackle, and now you're gone to the house. All right, outside zone's another thing. You're not going to get the penetration you want as an offensive line pushing back when it comes to Zach Allen being right there. So what are you going to do? You're going to go towards someone like Nick Bonito, who's kind of light in the butt. And Nick Bonito had a chance a couple times to set that edge against the Green Bay Packers, and he did not do that.
Right.
That must stop. Nick Bonito must be a better a pass rusher, not just a pass rusher, but making tackles as well, stopping the run and stopping the run back from getting to the outside, which they're going to do more times than not because they're trying to set up that play action. Now you have the boots because of the play action, and if you can get a team to kind of get off kiltered or move to the left or right just a little bit, now someone like Jordan Love has an easier pathway or a pass because you slid to the left or right, and so they're going to have to work on that. They're going to have to understand that you can't give up chunk plays on first down, that you have to make it third and long so that you can pin your ears back, bring some blitzes, and have Nick Bonito go out there and get a sack, or Jonathan Cooper if he's playing.
Well, it's really interesting, and we'll see how that dynamic starts to manifest starting on September 14th. Where my head goes, and like if the number one goal is to win on first down and especially get the ball out quick and negate the strength of the Denver Broncos, which is getting after the quarterback, I would think that there'd be opportunities to make plays on the ball if you know that they're trying to get it out quick. And you know, to a certain degree, I'm not saying like, you know, every play or even every series, but like if you know that on first down specifically, they're trying to get that ball out, I would like to think that maybe there's, I don't know if press man is the right approach, but just like jam these guys up and try to break on the ball.
And maybe that's something if the starters play this preseason game on defense. We know Bo Nix is probably not going to play, but the starters in general defensively, if they play, maybe that's what they work on, the quick game. They work on maybe sending a couple pressures knowing that they're going to try to run on first and second downs to set up that third down. And then this is why you're seeing a lot more zone on third down. If it can be 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, or even 3rd and 7, now you know you don't have to play man. Keep everything out in front of you where you're looking at the quarterback, you're looking at the receivers, and that's how you get turnovers. That's how you get these interceptions or force a fumble when you know it's coming. You're looking at it, you're watching the play develop, and now you're reacting to that play, and maybe you step in front of the ball, and it's a pick six because you're doing the thing, you're in zone coverage. So all of that makes sense, and this is why these are learning curves, right? These are learning things for VJ and this defense so that they can get better too, because everybody else around them, they know that this Denver defense is going to be really good this year, but they can find ways to poke holes in that defense if VJ does not adjust.
All right, here's one more from VJ before we sequence out of the Broncos defense. Have to be better on first downs this year.
Trying to get 4 yards, you know. They don't want to be in 2nd and 7+ or 8+, because that's obviously a pass rush down. And I thought last year we did a great job of basically playing third down twice. most of our sacks came on second down. Third down is where they practice the protection plans, and kind of slide to Nick or whatever, chip coop. But second downs is where we made our hay, as far as the pass rush. So I think teams understand that. We've watched it over the summer and the spring. So just getting ready for how teams are going to play us, that's been my lesson for our guys, the first 2 weeks, man. This is our new life, right? DBs, 1st and 10, man, it's going to be quick game, right? They catch a slant, now they're 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5. That favors the offense, doesn't favor us. They hand it off, they get 2 more, they're 3rd and 2. We can't rush the passer now. So I think we have to understand how teams see us and adjust how we play first down to continue to win first down. That's important for us.
The incredible game of chess, being a defensive coordinator at the NFL level, trying to figure out their next move and then their next move after that and beat them to the punch. Again, I found that fascinating yesterday.
That's why you have vets, right? Veterans out there playing because they understand the game. They understand what BJ wants done. They played a lot of football, and you're hoping that they can understand that and that get those turnovers to help that offense out.
Guys, the Broncos have 19 days to iron something out, and if they don't, it could cost them in Kansas City on Monday Night Football. We'll get to it next.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery and Monarch Construction and Roofing. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Everyday expenses keep climbing, and high credit card interest isn't making life any easier. If you're a homeowner, your home equity is your best financial tool. American Financing can help you consolidate high-interest credit card debt so you have some breathing room. Timing matters now more than ever. With a strong chance of an interest rate hike this September, waiting could cost you thousands. And with rates in the 5s, there's no better time to find out how much you could save. Ditch those 20% interest rates. By consolidating, you can slash your monthly obligations. In fact, American Financing borrowers save an average of $800 a month. Imagine what that kind of cash flow could do for your family. There are 0 upfront fees, and you may even delay up to 2 mortgage payments. Lock in your lower rate before September. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager. I see. Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning? Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better. I feel better already. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Colorado's turning 150 years old this month, but if your windows are failing, that could be costing you money on energy bills. Intense summer heat can cause failed seals, drafts, and condensation. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton can help. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton brings over 50 years of expertise. Save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Call Gravina's Window Center of Littleton today, or visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be. And if what I'm describing is you, it's likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900. Or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Hey Denver, Zach here. Need foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space repair, egress windows, or concrete work? Trust Homestrong to get it done. They can even turn your crawl space into a finished basement in weeks. Visit BuildHomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by AeroSeal Colorado.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
The Denver Broncos have 19 days to iron something out, and if they don't, it could absolutely cost them on Monday Night Football in Arrowhead. Phil, the Broncos have a bit of a penalty problem. A bit of a penalty problem that extends beyond the preseason. Now, speaking of the preseason, Game 1 against Atlanta, 8 flags thrown on the Broncos for 64 yards. Game 2 against the Packers, 10 flags thrown on the Broncos for 79 yards. That means in 2 preseason games, 18 flags for 143 yards.
It seems like they're getting worse. Every game, they're getting worse.
Well, at least game over game they did. And I know someone's out there like, who cares? It's preseason. Well, go back to last season. The Denver Broncos had 129 accepted penalties in 2025. Guys, that's more than 7 per game. And the yardage really was incredible. The Broncos gave up 1,174 yards in penalties. That was the worst mark in the entire NFL.
Damn.
And I'm authentically asking. I don't know, and I don't know how to find out, and I'm really not that worried about it. But I would guess the number of times where the number 1 seed in the AFC is the number 1 penalty yardage leader in the NFL, that couldn't have happened more than once or twice in NFL history, if it ever even happened at all.
Yeah, ZB, it doesn't make any sense for that to happen. Usually if you're number one in the AFC, it's because you're doing everything right. You're a disciplined football team. In this case, the Denver Broncos were not. And it cost them a couple games, specifically against the Colts. Giving the Colts another opportunity to kick the game-winning field goal after they missed it.
Oh, my gosh, Phil.
And we're sitting here saying, dang, it was a special teams penalty. Somebody jumped over the long snapper. You can't pick on the long snappers. And then the Colts win the game because of that. Keep their streak alive, and we're sitting here scratching our head with a slow start because we're not doing things the right way, or they are. I'm not on that football team anymore. They are not doing things the right way, ZB. And so that must change, and it starts in practice, and it starts with the players holding each other accountable and going through this. And when you get tired, you got to lock in just a little bit more because you're tired and you just want to end that play and you want to get out, but you can't think that way. You got to be disciplined.
Well, I told you it's 129 accepted penalties a year ago. They actually had 154 total flags thrown on them. That was fifth most in the National Football League. So top 5 in total flags, number 1 yardage given up in penalties. And, in fact, this is interesting. And I don't know how to slice this. But 71 flags came at home while just 58 came away. So the Broncos were penalized more in their own barn than they were on the road. It should be the opposite. Again, I don't know how to make heads and tails out of that.
That is kind of weird.
And then if you extend back to the 2024 season, Sean Payton's second year here, Bo Nix's first year, the Broncos had 968 yards worth of penalties, which was 9th most in the National Football League. So they've been a bottom 10 team, and in last year's instance, like in some ways, the worst penalized team in the sport. So it's been an issue. And so then when you're seeing it show up in preseason games, and we're seeing it in practice where Mike McGlinchey is getting tossed out of a drill and he's got to go with the twos.
There's a standard there right now.
They are trying to recreate that standard.
Yeah. And it's going to help you or it's going to hurt you in these games, and you're going to lose because of that. And so you must clean these up. And when you have a team like the Denver Broncos where you bring everybody back and it's the running back Broncos and it's a bunch of vets, you're not expecting there to be a bunch of penalties out there. Now, of course, it's going to happen. It's football. But you're hoping that the reason why you're bringing in these older, smart vets is because they're going to play clean football for you and you're going to win games because of how smart they are on that football field, and you guys do the little things the right way. You can't have those penalties because those penalties turn into chunk plays or another opportunity. For example, preseason game number 2 against the Green Bay Packers. Okay, the Denver Broncos are almost off the football field. Defensively, they're almost off the football field, and Nick Bonito jumps across the line and gives the Green Bay Packers a fresh set of downs. What does Jordan Love do? Jordan Love goes down the field and scores a touchdown on the ones because of that. You kept the drive alive against a really good quarterback, and it hurt you. And now maybe you're playing this week because of that. If you would have went out there and you would have handled your business and not had that penalty, and you would have had a couple 3-and-outs, maybe Sean's saying, hey, we don't even want the defense out there. Now, I'm speculating. I don't know who's playing. We know Bo may not play in this preseason game. More than likely, he will not. But it's little things like that that can help you or it can hurt you, Z.
Well, the guiltiest party a year ago, you could probably guess, it's Riley Moss. He accrued 12 total flags a year ago.
Yeah, pay him, ZB, right? Pay him.
10 defensive pass interference,
We need a bad boy.
1 illegal contact, and 1 face mask. So he's the guiltiest party. The next guiltiest party with 9 flags compared to Moss's 12 was PS2.
That can't be right.
5 defensive pass interference, 2 illegal contact, 1 offsides, and 1 defensive holding.
Can't be right, Z.
And you know who was third?
Jaquan McMillan. I'm guessing.
Nope. Good guess. Dante, you know who was third after Riley Moss and PS2? Who would you guess here?
Does Bo Nix count?
I was going to say.
Not Bo. Bo Nito. Yes.
Torpedo Bo Nito.
Yep. And just jumping off sides. And, And, I used to love the way Von Miller would talk about jumping off sides. He would say, that's like paying like my taxes. Like, no one wants to pay their taxes. It's going to hit you from time to time. And he's like, but you want all this sack production? Sometimes I'm going to jump off sides. I'm paying my taxes. All right. Are the Broncos an undisciplined team? Is that fair?
Yeah. I mean, as a coach, especially when you're teaching young kids in your team that, hey, you must be disciplined. And discipline means you don't create a bunch of penalties for yourself and put yourself in bad situations where it's 2nd and 20 or 1st and 20. You don't want to do that to yourself, or letting the offense out there for another drive or giving them more opportunities. That's bullcrap, and that has to stop. They have a veteran-led team that needs to stop, and I'm hoping it will with them playing more zone. That means that for the defense, you're looking at the quarterback, you're looking at the receivers, you're not having to play so much man where if you get beat, you're holding, and so maybe you're going to generate more turnovers and less penalties because of that.
Very interesting. All right, interesting. We'll keep our eye on the Broncos' penalty problem. Number 1 in yardage allowed by penalties a year ago. Okay, if the goal for the Broncos is to truly win the Super Bowl this year, NFL history says something likely needs to happen first. We'll tell you what that is. Also, a story coming out of CU Boulder today that we could not have seen coming, involving the Buffs' potential starting quarterback 8 days from now. And also, we'll hear from Sean Payton and the announcement he made after Broncos practice today. And we'll get to all of it as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Bo Nix is back. 2 surgeries, months of rehab, and Friday night he walked onto the field and made it look easy. Let's go! Sean Payton liked what he saw. So did Broncos country. But is it enough to quiet any concern heading into the season? Or do we need to see more? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8157. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-8157. That's 800-575-8157.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You know your age, your weight, your income, and probably even the mileage on your car. But what's your testosterone level, and is that level normal for your age? If you don't know the answer, Low T Center can help, and we'll do it for free. Come take a free testosterone test and find out if Low T Center can help invigorate your life like it has for thousands of other men in your area. Go to fixmylowt.com and book an appointment online for your free T-test today.
Summer hailstorms bring in the 3-ring front porch roofing circus.
In ring 1, there's We're Doing Bob's Roof Down the Street.
And in ring 2, there's We Will Cover Your Deductible.
And in ring 3, What Do I Need to Do to Get You to Sign Today?
Send those clowns to the curb.
Don't turn your home into a circus. Call the pros, Denver Roof Pros.
Check us out at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here, and if you're a guy over 50 dealing with an enlarged prostate, you need to know about PAE, prostate artery embolization. It's minimally invasive, done through a tiny pinhole, and you're back home the same day. Most men who have PAE don't experience any sexual side effects associated with conventional prostate surgery. At Colorado Advanced Endovascular, their experienced team offers specialized prostate treatments with near zero impact on sexual function. Top-tier radiologists, boutique setting, personalized care in Lakewood. Go to coloradoae.com.
Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law on 303 Law 4040. Here's a story my lovely wife Kimberly was particularly proud of. Jeffrey, a listener just like you, called 303 Law 4040 and said he was T-boned by a driver running a red light and rammed his car right into a tree. When the cops came, the other driver lied and the police believed him. They said Jeffrey was at fault. Now, With the big made-for-TV lawyers, that's where the case would normally end. Many of them won't even touch a case if they actually have to work to prove it. But Jeffrey insisted he was innocent. He worked with us together on our team to find the witnesses and the evidence to get the ticket overturned and the insurance company's denial reversed. At 303 Law 4040, we aren't a big settlement mill like the made-for-TV lawyers. Each client meets with me and my lovely wife Kimberly in person, and you get our cell phone numbers. If you've been injured in an accident, you know the number, 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
And for stress-free summer travel, I chose Hermes Worldwide. Forget the airport chaos. Hermes Worldwide offers comfortable, reliable transportation for your airport transfers and more. They're dependable, they're professional, so you can focus on your vacation. Make your summer travel easy. Give them a call today at 303-577-7600, or you can visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling downhill here on Hump Day. We are officially closer to Friday than Monday.
Here we go.
It's always nice. Got a lot of ground to cover here. Luckily, we have 40 unencumbered minutes to get to all of it. I said going into the break, if the goal for the Broncos is to truly win the Super Bowl and win it this year, NFL history says something likely needs to happen first. All right. And I know most everyone who's going to listen to this knows the following to be true, but when you add texture and some flesh to it, it just may resonate in a different way. So if the goal for the Broncos is to win the Super Bowl, history says they need to win the division. Okay? And again, I know most folks understand that. But at the same time, look at the math of it. The NFL wild card was introduced in 1980, okay? And they've expanded it since 1980. We know that. But since the NFL introduced a wild card in 1980, a total of 7 teams, that's it, guys, have gone on to win the Super Bowl as a wild card.
That's crazy. Since 1980.
Since 1980. And so you look at this, okay, the last time it happened was 2020, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, okay? So even that was a half decade ago for the last sample. So that means in the last 45 years, 38 champions have also been division winners. All right, so that means 84% of the time the Super Bowl champion is crowned, they're also their division winner. And I think that is just, Phil, that's just powerful historical math.
Yeah, I mean, you if you want to win and win that Super Bowl and beat the best of the best, You got to win your division. You got to be on top or competing for the top spot in your division. The Denver Broncos, they have a great opportunity to do that. They've knocked off the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chiefs don't look like they used to. Okay, the Chargers are a damn good team, but they don't have the depth, and that has always been their issue, on top of sometimes things not going their way with other things. And then for the Raiders, they're just a rebuild, right? I'm not expecting the Raiders to make the noise. Now, they're going to be tough. It's an NFL team, but you shouldn't be worried about the Raiders. So if you're the Denver Broncos and you're bringing everybody back, and you were one game away from the Super Bowl last year, okay, you won your division, you were in first place, you had that bye, you know what it feels like, you're telling yourself, we're going to do it again. Now, you have to also understand that it's like, man, this is something that you have to go out there and earn again. You're not going to just be rewarded it. Like, in order for you to be rewarded, you got to go out there and take it.
Right.
And you have a great opportunity. You got the defensive coordinator coming back in Vance Joseph. You got the head coach, Davis Webb, who's going to tweak things up, a franchise quarterback. You must win this division, and it's there for the taking. All right, when I look at this division, who has better receiving room than we do?
No one.
Nobody.
And I think that's like definitive.
We could talk about the quarterbacks. There's some really good quarterbacks in this league. Obviously, a Hall of Famer in Patrick Mahomes. You got Justin Herbert. But Bo Nix is right there battling with Justin Herbert. Patrick Mahomes beat both of them last year. You know, offensive line-wise, I would take the Denver Broncos. Defense, I would take the Denver Broncos still right now.
Makes sense.
You know, running backs, we went back and forth on, but I still believe the running backs are at least – top. They're the second one if they're not first with the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, I can't go with you on that one.
Even second though. I'm not an Ashton Genty fan right now, and I know it's not all on him, but like it's also the depth behind him. I'm not a believer in the depth behind Ashton Genty. Even for the Chiefs, it's like K9 goes down, who's up? Nobody knows.
Well, we also don't know what we need to know about the Broncos running back room to speak with like conviction on what it's going to be. Like the starter has been injured in the literal sense every single year of his career.
But he pinky promised us.
He did.
Come on.
Because he'll buy us a drink if he
buy you a drink.
That pinky promise.
Oh my God. I just freaking love that.
Buy you a drink.
Like we know that if J.K. can stay healthy, he can be a top 5 running back. And the help of Jonah Coleman, and I'm liking what I see out of him. Like he's going to be able to stay healthy. J.K. Dobbins.
But also, yes, we that big if has never come to fruition with Dobbins, and Jonah Coleman hasn't played a down of actual NFL football yet. And so we'll see that he still represents a forecast. Now, we can be optimistic, even excited. I know I am. But it's still like an unknown. And I have to hedge the bet like this because I sat here in this exact seat excited about Devontae Booker, excited about Royce Freeman, excited about Audric Estime.
He was excited about Phillip Lindsay in that.
You made us excited. You made us excited. We didn't have like expectations going in. Those expectations grew in real time because you were just producing.
But think about okay. You're starting to like R.J. Harvey a little bit more in his role.
Yes, he's growing on me in his role, like that kind of joker out of the backfield. Yeah,
and that's a great role from him.
It is.
You're starting to kind of like what you see out of Jonah Coleman. We've been in camp every single day, and every single day Jonah Coleman has been very consistent. Then he goes out there,
but they're also not tackling Phil.
Well, okay, here we go. Then we go out there in the first game against Atlanta, and he's breaking tackles. The second game, you may be saying, hey, well, what happened in the second game? Well, he didn't get a bunch of opportunities. He got 3 carries. That's not enough.
Yep.
And so when I look at it, it's like, man, that young man gets downhill. And it's a running back position. It's not the tight end position. It's a running back. Like, if you're good, you're good. Like, if you see the holes and you're patient, which Jonah Coleman is very patient, which is surprising for a rookie to be as patient as he is, like, it's right there for you. That's not full.
I hope so. No, Phil, I hope so. I just want to see him play in an actual game yet before we put him in the Hall of Fame. So
he won't go to the Hall of Fame.
No, but back to your original point about the division.
Yeah, the division.
Yes, the Broncos have a lot of things going for them. But and obviously, just to reset the math, since the NFL introduced the wild card in 1980, a total of 7 teams have gone on to win the Super Bowl. Last time it happened was 6 years ago. That means in the last 45 years, 38 of the 45 Super Bowl champs have also been division winners. That's 84% of the time. But then you look at the odds and some of the analytical models, all right, what do you want to start with first, the odds or the analytics?
Let's go to the analytics.
So according to The Athletic, in conjunction with the New York Times,
David Adelman likes the analytics. Shout out DA.
No shout outs for DA. No shout outs for DA. No. Losing the first round and talk about analytics. Now we're giving him shout outs. No. He wasn't the only guy to do that though. Who else did that? It was Kenny Atkinson of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
He was shouting out stats and analytics too.
Yeah, like they're down in the series, like it was like 3-2, and he's like, "Well, like analytically, we're up 3-2, so
Like,
eat
what?
that." It's like, wait, hold on, bud.
Take that. Put it in your pipe and smoke it.
So, the analytics, The Athletic, in conjunction with the New York Times, they have the simulator, right, where they gather every data point known to man. They simulate the season 100,000 times.
You don't have to pay for that right now,
spits out a number. Not yet. I will. I'll pay it if I need to. But they have Kansas City with a 34% likelihood to win the division. The Chargers with a 31% likelihood to win the division, and the Denver Broncos, the division like reigning champion, who went 14-3, they give Denver a 28% chance.
Why though, Z? Like, tell me why. Why? Why would that be the case when you had a 14-win team, one game away from the Super Bowl? Everybody is coming back. Everybody. I mean, from the coaching staff to the players. All right, your general manager is back and he signed the extension. You got a great owner. Like, why are we sitting here at number 3?
It's a great question, man. I don't like. I can have a couple guesses because you're right. Everyone's back. I think it's 50 of the 53 guys from last year are back. Isn't that insane? I have never heard of that.
50 of the 53?
50 of the 53. That is nuts.
So you got 3 spots up for grabs this year for the who's going to make the 53-man roster.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
that's crazy.
Unless there's a surprise camp cut, and we can talk about maybe one of those tomorrow, or you can talk about that tomorrow.
Or I think it's DG. You and I are going on a little adventure.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, the force and Phil, bud. Force and
Yeah,
Phil.
why did it feel? Why did I pulled a fast one?
No. And here's a kicker. I'm playing with a running back. It's just not you.
Oh, hold on. It's not the running back we just met.
No, not Monte Ball.
Okay.
What's your next guess?
No, Sean.
That's right.
That man stands on the golf course.
He does. Actually, he is going to be in studio with us next week. Next Wednesday.
Okay.
So we just had a Monte Ball in last week. We'll have No Sean in next week and sort of preview the season and all that.
ZB loves the running backs.
I do love the running back. The running back is back. But just in time for you to turn their back on.
I told you I don't like them anymore. Pass away.
So this Athletic and New York Times model, it's got the Broncos like definitively third, and it's like, okay, whatever, like take the analytics and shove it. But then you have the odds makers who are in a completely separate world. They have Kansas City as the favorite to win the division at plus 160. So a $100 bet would net you 160 in winnings. Then they have the Chargers as well, number 2 at plus 190. A $100 bet would net you $190 in winnings, followed by the Broncos at plus 225. A $100 bet would net you $225 in winnings. So, like, it's syncing up. These are not intersecting worlds, and I'm trying to figure out, like you, like, do the Broncos have the best defense in the division? They do.
Yes.
Do the Broncos have the best wide receivers in the division? They do. Look at the other side of the trenches. Do the Broncos have the best offensive line in the division? I think so. Now, the Chargers, with Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt playing tackles, they're going to have something to say about that too. But they just lost their starting center.
They did today.
Tyler Biadasz. And so I can't make heads and tails. They just don't believe. They just don't believe in the Broncos, the analytics or the odds makers.
The 11 one-score games, right? That magical pixie dust that you talk about all the time. All right, the penalties is another thing where it's like, hey, how did you win 14 games, but you're leading the league in penalties?
Right.
And you talked about that as well.
Right.
Like, there's things that just didn't add up. That now it's like, hey, if you do this again against a tougher schedule, which is, woo-wee, we went through it multiple times. It's a tough schedule, and they're baking that in there as well. It's like, the Chiefs probably have a better chance. The Chargers probably have a better chance because of all that, because of the regression of the Denver Broncos. But this is why you play the games. This is why you go out there and you make something shake. Because if you sit here and you listen to the analytics all the time and you're a prisoner of that like ZB is, then you're gonna stay stuck there. You're going to be in Alcatraz forever.
Well, Alcatraz, one of the most fascinating tours you could ever take. Do it if you're in San Francisco.
Dude, I learned from you.
You will.
It was with the crab, right? Was it the lobster, the crab?
Lobsters. Well, I learned that separate from the Alcatraz tour, but yes, that the Alcatraz tour is just mind blowing.
So
dude.
you went.
I went.
They should have left your ass there.
You want to know what? Yeah, we were visiting my uncle in Sacramento in high school, and we drove to San Francisco. We went on the Alcatraz tour. I mean, it was, all like the biggest, baddest dudes. From Al Capone, you learn about like these inmates like the Birdman who used to have birds like in his cell. I've told the story before, but they said that one of the most haunting feelings for inmates was that, so you're on this rock off the coast of San Francisco, and on nights where the wind was blowing out to sea, whether it was Thanksgiving Eve, New Year's Eve, on nights like that, when the city was partying and the wind was blowing out towards Alcatraz, you could actually hear laughter, the clanging of glasses, all that stuff.
That's scary. That's creepy.
Yeah, and you see the cell where they escaped from Alcatraz, and that's been made into a movie with Clint Eastwood and
I'm gonna have to watch it,
dude.
Is it a good one,
Phil? It's fascinating how they escaped from Alcatraz. And the plot, and it's just, and they were never found, and there's been speculation that they were eaten by sharks potentially, because sharks would just straight up circle Alcatraz. And so, but they found the life boat, the rubber boat, but they never found anyone. And so it's one of those things where it's so mysterious, and you're walking through the halls of the prison. It's making my hair stand up right now. Anyway.
Well, they should have locked you in one of those. You would have been the Birdman.
All right, so the odds makers don't believe, the analytics don't believe. The projected wins from The Athletic had KC, and this is all tight though. KC at 9.6 wins, the Chargers at 9.4 wins, and the Broncos at 9.1 wins. That's a record of 9-8, from 14-3 to 9-8 is the projection. Obviously, these games are played on grass and turf, not in inside an analytical machine or an odds maker's office. But we'll see.
We talk about the running back rooms, the receiver rooms, the offensive line, the defense, quarterbacks. Would you still put, as of right now, Bo Nix number 3? Because if you want to throw in Kirk Cousins, because he'll probably start the year off before Mendoza gets the go ahead, and maybe they just go with Mendoza.
Let's talk about that here. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARSFM Laramie.
The 5 o'clock whistle, powered by Smart Local Union 9 sheet metal workers. Smart Local 9, where pride meets your future.
We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! I'm not going to Alcatraz. I do not want that smoke. I do not want to be over there. Okay, I love it here.
Yes.
I want to be able to have the champagne with the new year. Okay, I don't want to be coming up with this master plan to try to escape on some turtles. I just want to be here.
Dude, one of the, speaking of jail, and in that case prison, one of the craziest things that I have heard sitting in this studio was Monte Ball last week talking about his experience of Super Bowl 50 happening when he was in jail and refusing to watch the game and only staring up at the ceiling as the inmates around him were telling him that should have been you.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. That, man, that can haunt you too for the rest of your life, because you're sitting there saying, I had this opportunity and I blew it.
Yeah.
And you got to live with it.
Man, if you guys missed that interview, go back on the Drive podcast, available at DenverSports.com, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your pods. You'll find us there. That was a powerful one. I was actually, I was picking my son up from a little dribbling workout this past weekend, and one of the dads stopped me and said, hey, I heard that interview. That was powerful. And so, yeah, go check that out if you missed it. To your question about Bo Nix, is he third in the division from a quarterback standpoint? It's tough, man, because I think that most people around the country would say, yes, he's third. After Justin Herbert, who is just a dynamo of a talent, and of course Mahomes. Everyone is definitively behind Patrick Mahomes, who is a Hall of Famer before turning 30. I think Herbert's is the easier case to make that he is second. There's more information on him. The numbers have been huge. Right from walking into the league, it's the greatest statistical rookie season in NFL history.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. But at the same time, I'd be remiss if I didn't shoehorn in that if the game was on the line, who do I want the ball in their hands? It'd be Bo. And I don't have to think about it for a second. If it's a first quarter competition, now Bo is a slow starter, but in those clutch moments when the game is hanging in the balance, there is a clear clutch gene with Bo Nix.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. I mean, let me get this straight. You got Justin Herbert, Bo Nix, Patrick Mahomes in a line. You had to put one in to win the game for you. And you're going to go with Bo Nix?
Oh, no. I was just saying that between Bo and Herbert.
Oh, okay. So we know so it's Herbert.
No, Mahomes is beyond reproach. Again, he is arguably right now a Mount Rushmore quarterback.
Okay, so this is between Bo and Mahomes.
Yeah,
Bo and Herbert.
Yeah, I
can get down with that.
Who would the game's on the line. There's a minute and 9 seconds left. You're down 5 and you're on your own 30-yard line. Who's hands do you want around that football, Justin Herbert or Bo?
I'm going to go with Bo. I'm with you on that one right there. Just because Bo Nix, he did it all the time last year. He was in that 11 one-score games, and Bo Nix came out on top. Right? That tells you everything you need to know. Justin Herbert's a really good quarterback. But when you need him the most, he has not showed up.
No.
Bo Nix did. Even in the postseason, Bo Nix did.
Correct.
He beat Josh Allen.
Yep.
He beat Josh Allen. Head to head, and I know it's more than just that.
It's not a game of one-on-one, but yes. Yes.
You said calm down, relax.
No, here's the thing. Justin Herbert in 3 postseason games has 2 total interceptions. And we know the 1 year, because you remember he had the year 2 years ago when Herbert threw, I think it was 23 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
In Harbaugh's first year in the fold. I mean, 3 interceptions over the course of a season is psychotic. But what happened? In the 1 postseason game, he threw 4.
It was against the Houston Texans.
It was, Phil. So he threw more touchdowns in one 60-minute game against Houston in the postseason in 2024 than he did the entirety of the season in 24. So, yeah, some guys, they just, and Lamar comes to mind. They just shrink. They just shrink
really
in those moments. No, I don't. I just want to say what I say and move forward.
Okay.
But it's not as cut and dry because the regular season matters. And Justin Herbert in the regular season, you look at his numbers and you say, okay, well that guy's on a Hall of Fame track.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but at the same time, how do you weigh the sample size of 95 games played in the regular season in the NFL for Herbert? But how do you reconcile, man, I just don't trust them. And even though Bo doesn't have the Star Wars numbers when it truly matters, I think I know what I'm getting in a way that I don't with Herbert.
Okay, so it goes Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, Justin Herbert.
I don't feel great about it because I want to acknowledge the talent that is Herbert.
Sure, yeah, but I'm going to have to put Bo. I mean, all Bo has done since he's gotten into the league is win. That's a fact. All he does is win.
No one's won more games than Bo Nix through the first 2 years of a career.
Ice in his veins when you need him the most. All right, makes big-time plays. You can trust him. He's getting better. That's the thing is he is still getting better. I don't know how much better Herbert's going to get. He's kind of right there.
He just needs to be more timely.
Yeah. But in that, maybe that works out for him this year with his offensive line being back, him knowing that I have to put more pressure on myself to make sure that I'm ready to go and I can do well in this postseason. But Bo's right there. He's battling neck and neck with Herbert. Mahomes, that's a different story because Mahomes been doing it long enough and longer than everybody, and he's been winning Super Bowls.
All right. I want to get to this CU story. Because
pick on my buffs, huh?
Dude, man, we got a curveball thrown today. what the heck? We'll get to it in just a second. But before we sequence away from Broncos, as we go into the final preseason game of the year here in just about 48 hours, a game that, unfortunately for us, Sean Payton asked about Bo Nix playing in the game.
Probably won't play in this game. All right. Let's not go through everyone else.
All right. So Sean, not in a great mood. Even though 10, 12 days ago he said Bo was going to play in preseason game 2 and 3, that has changed. What's changed about it, I'm not exactly sure. I know there's going to be differing opinions on this. I think that the majority of Broncos country and people who do this job in this town will say, perfect, there's nothing to see. I don't need to see anything else, whatever. I think we disagree on that a little bit. I think reasonable minds can disagree. This has been a very slow starting Denver Broncos team for 3 years in a row. It's been a very slow starting offense for 3 years in a row. And you have a big boy opponent waiting in their building for you in 19 days. And again, it's not a hill that I'm going to die on or I'm going to pull the fire alarm over. But if you have an opportunity to continue to build out your library, especially on offense, to continue to build the timing of the offense, the rhythm of the offense, considering you have a brand new play caller and your quarterback missed the offseason, for all of those reasons, I would prefer the Broncos play on Friday night.
You and I are on the same page. If Bo Nix would have played in the first preseason game and looked like Stidham, I wouldn't even have an issue. I would say, you know what, don't even play the second preseason game or the third. But Bo Nix' first time back out there on the football field with his boys where he can actually get hit was last week. And he only had 14 plays. He looked good, but he could have been better. We could have seen a couple more things from him with the accuracy of throwing the ball downfield to Cortland Sutton, to Pat Bryant, setting his feet a little bit more, okay, and some of those throws and stepping into his passes.
For sure.
All right, playing against zone so they can get used to that, because a lot of teams are going to go zone against Bo Nix because that's where he struggles, in zone. And so I would want to see, I want to see, selfishly, I want to see the starters out there, but I want to see a little bit more from Bo Nix before they shut him down and they're resting for 2.5 weeks before Kansas City. Like, it's not going to hurt you to go out there, because if you're Bo Nix, you get the ball out of your hands quick, you don't do a lot of running, but you just kind of get in the flow of it. Get back in a relationship and connecting with Cortland Sutton. Okay, do that with Waddle. Do that more with Waddle, because Waddle has been sitting on that left side field with an injury. This is your time to connect in a game, because even though we were excited about that pass to Waddle, it was behind Waddle a little bit. Waddle had to jump to get it instead of running in stride and leading him to the touchdown, where Waddle could have split 2 defenders and scored a 50-yard touchdown. So, selfishly, of course, I want to see the stars out there. I want to see Bo Nix out there, but I definitely think they need to build a little bit more chemistry, Bo Nix with everybody else, before they actually play in a real game. And this is also for Davis Webb to connect with Bo Nix a little bit more and through that headset, to pick his brain, to try some things out before the regular season starts. I want to see the stars out there, and I want to see Bo Nix, and we're not going to see Bo.
No, we're not going to see Bo. And then now the second domino is, are all the starters sitting? And for me, it's look, I don't think it's a hard story to follow. You have a brand new play caller. You have a new star receiver that got hurt soon as training camp started. Your quarterback missed the offseason. So I think they should play, just on its face. But if Bo is down, like, is Sutton, Waddle, Pat Bryant, Troy, like, are they down? Is the offensive line down?
It's not a lot of depth if you do that, though.
Right.
You know, like you're down to your second and third string players. Some of them are already banged up because they've been playing in a lot of these games.
But that would be weird if they played the rest of the starters and, like, you're so worried about Bo getting hurt. Is that where the coaching staff is at with Bo?
They did it with JK. All the starters had to play but JK. Now, I said I understand if JK was still dealing with an injury. But if they're trying to protect JK and get him ready for the season, they're not doing that. They're hurting that man because he doesn't have enough time to callous his body running in between the tackles, getting tackled. It's not like he's been taking a bunch of reps out there during camp.
No.
He's sitting there too, and it's starting to bring those flashbacks of Jonathan Taylor when I was there. And JT ends up getting hurt because of that. And for JK, his whole career has been injuries. And so this is his first year where he's promising the media that he's going to stay healthy for the full season, or he's going to buy me a drink and you a dress, ZB. So, like, to me, like, I want to see everybody out there. And as a starter, I want to have my starting quarterback with me to build the chemistry, and just because we're in this together.
Yeah, the Dobbins thing scares the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie. The fact that this guy is going to go from no contact to jumping on a moving train that's going 100 miles per hour on Monday Night Football, I don't like it. I think you're tempting fate.
Yes.
You are tempting fate, and the guy has literally been banged up every single season of his career. He's never finished a season, and you're gonna have him in bubble wrap for a month and a half, and then it's full go on Monday Night Football.
My man's making some easy $20 million, isn't he? Like, just don't have to practice as much, but yet he said he's gonna be number one, in the league. But say, okay, I believe you can do that, but first you got to stay healthy. In order to stay healthy, your body has to be callous. It has to be conditioned for 17 games. That's not the case right now. You're not doing the workouts like you were doing back in the day, so you're already losing some strength because you're in camp. It's just different. You're working on football stuff and not lifting as much as you're trying to, but it's just not going to be the same. And so you're already losing a little bit of strength doing that, and you're just sitting around. You're trying to condition yourself. We see JK a lot of times on the side running sprints. That's because he's not getting enough work.
Yeah, I was going to say, guys, he does not do a ton at practice. He does not take a ton of reps at all. Like, there's practices where JK might get, two, 3 carries?
Yeah, that might be it.
Like, literally.
No inside drill work.
Nope.
Maybe 1 or 2 times he'll do some inside drill, and that's it.
Yeah, I think you're tempting fate here. That drink bill might be hefty. It might be hefty.
Buy you a drink.
All right. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see Sean's approach for the rest of the starters. Single biggest question you have about the Denver Broncos heading into the final preseason game of the year?
For me, the biggest question is going to be Davis Webb, ZB. Just Davis Webb. Like, are you ready for this? Are you willing to run the ball 2 consecutive times, right? Are you willing to do that? Stack these plays. What does it look like when you do have a little bit of pressure put on you? This is why I wanted to see Davis Webb with Bo Nix. Build that up. Like, my question for Davis Webb going into the season is, can you be balanced with that running attack? Because if you can't, and you're one-dimensional, and now you're behind the chains, and now it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, well, it's 7-on-7 for defense, and it's easy, and there's some 3-and-outs, and now our defense is having to go out there and do more work. You want balance. And so I want to see more runs from Davis Webb in this last game. I want the offensive line to get going if the starters are going to be out there. And, yeah, this is the Davis Webb show. I want to see what he looks like in this last, audition before he actually has to go out there and go up against the Chiefs or have these play calls against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, very interested in that. I think that my number one question would be in the same vein, not necessarily just dedicated about Davis Webb, because we have to remind ourselves that if Sean Payton wants a lever pulled, it's going to get pulled. And so ultimately, despite not being the play caller anymore, Sean Payton is still the CEO of this football operation, and he will ultimately wear the wins and losses as the head coach, not Davis Webb. Mm-hmm. And so that a commitment to the run, and when I say commitment to the run, it's not like we're asking for 60-40 run. Like, can you get closer to the 60-40 pass and be running it 40% of the time, even 38% of the time? Or is your quarterback going to lead the league in passing attempts for a second consecutive year? And by the way, only twice in the last 2.5 decades has a quarterback led the league in passing attempts and not been a 4,000-yard passer. It's Bo Nix and Sam Howell. So, yeah, maybe try running it a little bit more.
Establish the run.
Yeah, and just become more balanced, because we've been asking the Broncos as a football team to be more balanced between the offense and the defense. The defense has been the definitive strength of this team for close to a decade, and sometimes that strength is stronger than other years or whatever, but right now it's real good. The best case scenario for Broncos country is we are in November and December debating what the strength of the team is, and it's not so cut and dry. But I don't think you're going to get there and find that balance if you're not striking the balance within the offense between the run and the pass. That's all.
Simple.
So
be balanced. Be more balanced. Give the running backs an opportunity to move the chains for you. Get the opportunity to the offensive line as well to get them going downhill, get them moving a little bit more. Set the play action up for Evan Ingram, for Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, all these guys, Court and Jalen Waddle. Make their jobs easier. Make Bo Nix's job easier as well by just handing the ball off. And I always used to tell the quarterbacks, hey, look, put a visor on, put a dark visor on, I should say, and look pretty, because all you're going to be doing is handing me the ball. That's a perfect day at the office if you could just hand the ball off and you can move the chains by just running the ball.
Yeah, and I shouldn't, but I'll read this one RamosLaw.com text, and I appreciate you listening and texting in. The 319, they say, no, Zach, you're right. Why not just give them all the reps and wear them down before the season even starts?
Thank you.
I mean, like, dude, like you're taking that to an extreme. Like you have to remember what we just said. J.K. Dobbins is getting no work in training camp.
Yeah.
No work. And now he's not going to appear, if things continue to trend, in any preseason game, and you expect him to perform at a high level without building a callus and, moreover, stay healthy when you can't point a single example when he has. I just think you're asking for trouble here. So, all right. And if trouble does eventually come, make it a dirty martini with blue cheese olives. Okay?
Buy you a drink.
All right.
Just give me a blue moon. I'm good.
Okay. The Buff story. The Buffs. Dude, talk about a curveball dropping earlier today. So the site On3 has become a popular college football site over the last half decade or so. And they put this out there. The nucleus of this report that we're about to get into actually comes from a outlet called Jackets Online. If that doesn't sound familiar to you, you're in the majority. That is a website almost like a Buffs Wire or something like that is completely dedicated to Georgia Tech football. Okay? Why the heck are we talking about Georgia Tech football? Well, they're playing the Buffs in 8 days, but that's not what this story is about. I'm going to read from the On3 article. When Georgia Tech and Colorado square off in Bobby Dodd Stadium next Thursday, the Buffaloes are expected to start Georgia native Julian Lewis. But a few people around Lewis were interested in him replacing Haynes King as Georgia Tech's quarterback. Multiple sources confirmed to Jackets Online that people representing Julian Lewis inquired about the talented quarterback coming home to play to Atlanta to play for Georgia Tech. This happened in early January when the transfer portal was still open. All communication was through back channels. To be clear, Lewis never entered the portal. Sources indicated that he was looking at his options following a rough first year in Colorado. Obstacles included the demotion of offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur midseason and his departure after the season, and the hiring of new offensive coordinator Brendan Marion in December. Marion's offense also seemed like an odd fit for Lewis, who is a pocket passer. Whoa. Julian Lewis was trying to get out of Boulder. Allegedly, but they're quoting multiple sources, and this has been basically validated by the reputable site On3.
Why now, though? Like, why is this coming out all of a sudden?
It's a good question.
Like, if he was going to get out of Boulder, it was going to probably be the time where Jordan Seaton left and some of the other guys would leave. And it's like, hey, I'm going to just jump into this transfer portal and leave. He doesn't end up doing that. He stays here. He's still a Buff, battling for the starting job, it looks like. But why now, Z?
Phil, I don't have an explanation. Maybe it's simply the week of the game, and these folks on the Georgia Tech side are finally deciding to release it. Maybe they themselves just found out, and it's just intersecting with, this time of year. I'm really not sure. Just to be clear, Lewis never entered the portal, but yeah, I mean, and honestly, this is reasonable in terms of like believing it. Like the quarterback situation in Boulder last year was arguably the most chaotic in all of the nation. I mean, it was insane. And then also the guys to the left and right of you, like they're all leaving. Approximately 50 Colorado Buffaloes left the program. Approximately 50 new players are coming in. And so this doesn't sound crazy to me in an age where guys transfer over less, by the way.
But you would think if a kid's going to transfer, it's because, like, he's going to get some more money somewhere else. That means he's playing. Juju didn't play.
Correct.
But a couple games, right? Like, you're going to be the starting quarterback here if you do what you're supposed to do. So why would you transfer out? This, to me, seems like it's coming from his father or a family member that's like, hey, I don't like what they did to you. You were supposed to start at 17 or 18 years old, and let's move somewhere else. Come back home and let's go to Georgia Tech. That's what it sounds like, and I could be wrong. It could be Juju that was like, hey, I want to leave because all my friends are leaving. It's just weird. The timing's weird, and I wonder if Coach Prime is just finding this out like this week.
Right. So that is the question. But there could be some signs to point to that is not the case. Does this story today explain retroactively some of the things that Deion hasn't said about Julian Lewis? We'll continue this conversation next.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Denver's going places. Groove Toyota, the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver metro, keeps you moving. Choose from over 200 pre-owned vehicles. 40 priced under $15,000, 15 priced under $10,000. GrooveToyota.com. Plus, Groove Toyota has more than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certifieds with full warranties available. Move it or lose it before the best are gone. Pre-owned vehicles under $10,000 won't last. GrooveToyota.com. Start here, go anywhere. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy ZB here on behalf of my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. I'm talking to the dudes out there. Remember your 20s when you could stay up late, wake up early, hit the gym, work all day, still have energy left over? Now you stand up too fast and you need a recovery period. But here's the thing. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel older. Low testosterone sneaks up on you. You lose 2 to 3% of your testosterone every year starting in your 30s. Before you know it, you're tired, foggy, gaining weight. Your sex drive is on vacation. The Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they can help. Their advanced medical strategies, TRT, peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more help you get stronger in the gym, sharper at work, better in the bedroom, and just the best version of your current self. The first visit is only $99. That includes a medical consult, plus a T and PSA test. And if you start treatment that day, your visit's free. They have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you, and they've already treated tens of thousands of men just like you. So go take the 2 minutes or less and take the low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hey everybody, Cecil Lamb here from my friends SodaDietAndNutrition.com, and right now you can call 866-800-SODA because they've extended their 4-week offer through the end of August. That's right, 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA. Mention the fan, 866-800-SODA. Tell them the fan sent you. Tell them Cecil Lammy sent you to get those glorious 4 weeks free. And imagine 4 weeks from now, you could be looking better, feeling better, ready to go in the fall here at the end of August. So love it. Love SodaDietNutrition.com. Why don't you go to the website there as well, because Soda has over 10,000 positive Google reviews. I'm one of them, by the way, because 5 years ago I lost 60 pounds. 60 pounds gone with SodaDietAndNutrition.com. Why? I had a degreed nutritionist set up a dynamic diet for me, custom fit for my lifestyle, my schedule, my food preferences, all there for me, and I was able to lose the weight in a good amount of time. 5 years ago, lost 60 pounds, never going back, because SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. How about the most intelligent Wi-Fi that can heal itself when there's a problem? That's what you get with Xfinity. Reliability, the most reliable Wi-Fi for streaming, gaming, and working from home. How about coverage? Wi-Fi in every corner of your home. From corner to corner, they've got you covered. It's a security blanket for your network. That's what they provide. And reliability, fiber-powered network with 99.999% reliability, built for speed, powered by fiber, Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work seamlessly together. Lock in 5 years of predictability, 5 years of the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi with our best equipment. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. 5 years, same price, no contracts, no commitments. Everything you need included, data, equipment, and the most reliable Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. A lot of new firms aren't even from Colorado, but we are. For 47 years, we've known Colorado law, we've fought for our neighbors, and we won for our community. If you've been injured, call 303-GOOD-LAW.
Hey, Denver, Zach here. Need foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space repair, egress windows, or concrete work? Trust Homestrong to get it done. They can even turn your crawl space into a finished basement in weeks. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Don't get fooled by out-of-state private equity corporations that are buying local HVAC companies, offering higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. Don't trust your home to someone out of state when you have the best company right here in town. ROX are experts in local energy rebates and tax credits to save you money only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Donnie, owner of Fitness Gallery, where we believe there's nothing more important than your health. We can't stop time, but we can make your day more efficient. And we can help you get fit and stay fit.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home.
At Fitness Gallery, we have the nation's lowest prices on the highest quality products that stand the test of time.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, we'll continue the Deion Sanders, Juju Lewis conversation. So if you're just joining us and did not hear, a report came out today basically saying that Juju Lewis, the former 5-star quarterback prospect, who is going into his redshirt freshman year, right? Yep. He tried to make his way back to Atlanta, where he's from, and play for Georgia Tech. And apparently, this is multiple sources confirming to Jackets Online, who cover Georgia Tech in dedicated fashion, the same way that we do have folks up in Boulder with Buffs Wire or fill in the blank Buff site. Apparently, multiple sources confirm that people representing Lewis inquired about the talented quarterback coming home to Atlanta to play for Tech. It happened in early January when the transfer portal was open. All communication was through back channels. And obviously, Juju is likely, we'll circle back to that, to be the starter in 8 days against Tech. But you said, man, could Deion Sanders have found out like when we did? Mm-hmm. It's a great question. And I don't know. I really don't know. But if he didn't, and it's his player, and he's in that world, and maybe it got back to him, that would sort of retroactively explain why Deion Sanders, his tone when it comes to Julian Lewis has been different. And I'm thinking like Dion has been like a hype guy for like his guys.
Yes.
And this was a big fish that they landed in Boulder, Julian Lewis. But like I brought this up without having any knowledge of this. I brought it up months ago when Dion was asked about Julian Lewis, and the question was just like the such a softball. It was like, what have you seen from a leadership standpoint as Julian Lewis is into his second year? It's like right there on a tee for you, right?
Exactly.
And he was like,
you'll miss it though.
my daughter Mia, oh my gosh, she'll swing all the way around, spin all the way around, fall on her butt like it's in a movie. It's hilarious. But when he was asked that softball, he was like, I don't want to talk about Julian being a leader. You become a leader by being a baller. That's who people follow, ballers.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, whoa, all right.
You didn't sound too happy about it.
This past week, it was Monday, where it was like, hey, Julian Lewis, you've told us that he's coming around that mountain, right? Can you see the headlights coming? And he's like, I don't even want to talk about that because whatever I say, you're going to twist. And I was like, wait, whoa, why is he like this? And then, how about this? Actions over words. Those are just words. He has not named a starting quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes.
We're still waiting. And what is it, 8 days away?
Yeah. So if I were to speculate, and that's all I'm doing here, I think Dion might have found out about this sooner and has been given him kind of like a cold shoulder of like, dude, I know what you tried to do.
I mean, it makes sense. And this is why Dion's upset, maybe being defensive, along with having some of the legal issues. His team's getting ready to play in 8 days, and yet you don't know if you could trust your young quarterback. A guy that you guys, them and over there in Boulder, have given him $1 million or even more to be the quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes, and now you don't know what's going on. You don't know what his dad's trying to do behind closed doors, because obviously it's do stuff behind your back and try to get him out of there because he wasn't happy. The father, Juju, wasn't happy with what went down. But the thing is, you still got to go out there and play. You have a great opportunity if you're Juju Lewis to be the starting quarterback. You have been battling all camp long, and yet Coach Prime has not announced you as the starter. That's a little fishy.
Yeah.
Someone like Isaac Wilson, Zach Wilson's brother, I've heard has been slinging it a little bit. I heard has been doing just as good as Juju at times. And Juju has been doing good, and there's been some flashes, and there's been a bunch of head scratches of like, why are you throwing it over there? And that's just a young 19-year-old. We know that. But for Coach Prime, Dion, he knows he has to win this year.
Right.
He knows that if he's going to win, it's going to be because of Juju Lewis doing his part, the defense doing their part, and the coaching staff coaching. You're only as good as the coaches around you. Brendan Marion, the offensive coordinator, you bring him in for a reason with the go-go offense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's different, man.
It's different. And look, I'm seeing on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043, hey, every school in the country has massive defections and additions every year. No kidding, for sure. CU's done it every single year. They have 50 new players. Like, we know about that. What makes this one different is he was a 5-star quarterback. He's the succession plan after Shedeur Sanders.
He was given the keys. He was literally sitting on the throne.
Yeah, literally. And he tried to leave and did it in secret.
On my throne, by the way.
There you go.
What the hell were they doing up there?
What makes this different is he tried to do it secretively and back channel wise without Deion Sanders knowing. And now Deion and the Buffs are going to know. What does that mean for the season? Maybe nothing. Like, who knows? But if you're Deion, come on, man. Like, this.
It affects you a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, this is your guy. This is a guy that you guys got here, a 5-star. This is a guy that you guys have been waiting for to, like, come around that mountain so that he can be the starter. And now this is coming out about something that maybe Deion just learned about as well. Like, hey, you did this behind our back. And now it's coming out. Of course, it's going to come out 8 days before the game. They want this distraction, and now it's becoming a distraction.
Man.
With the legal matter, too.
I was going to say, you have a federal case that involves Deion Sanders. You have his son's case where Deion was served papers and was, like, actively ducking the Boulder Sheriff Department. You have a report coming out 8 days before your first game that your starting quarterback tried to secretly transfer to the school you're playing in 8 days.
He didn't want to be there.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hit that over, ZB. Hit that over.
I've been telling you I like the over. it's such a low number. It's 4.5. I do think the Buffs are going to win exactly 5 games if I had to decide right now. But I'll tell you what, that situation was so chaotic. I think it was the most chaotic quarterback situation in the entire country a year ago between Juju and Caden Salter, and Ryan Staub somehow got involved in a triple threat style.
Ryan Staub made his way down
it's
down to the ring.
Like it's like just crazy. and it's already not a great foot they're leading off with in the 2026 campaign with this story. So I'll tell you what the real curveball would be on top of this is if they start Isaac Wilson.
Yeah, that right there would be crazy because now you know Juju is out the door. Like if this is coming out that Juju was going to leave, now it's getting ready to happen. But you know what? If you can't beat out Isaac Wilson, who hasn't been the man when he was with Utah, then you're not fit to be a starting quarterback right now. Maybe you're just too young. You just don't get it yet. You're not ready to be that leader, and it's okay. It's just at some point you got to be able to turn that corner and be the guy that they want.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, that's going to happen.
Well, here's the thing. As Vic Fangio once famously said, winning cures more than penicillin. And so if Juju goes out there and upsets a Georgia Tech and the Buffs, as a touchdown underdog, go to 1-0 and they win some games and they're, say, 7-5 and you're going to a bowl game, from a 3-win season to a 7-win season, like this is all going to take care of itself. But if adversity hits, and this has always been my question about Boulder under Deion Sanders, when the brand of the program is partly the transient nature of the program.
Yeah.
He's the portal king. And so you have 50 new players that are all getting to know each other for the very first time. Is this group going to stick together when stuff's hitting the fan? Because it's not going to. I mean, they're not going undefeated. They're going to lose some games, and like they're going to have to go through some stuff. When you have de-emphasized culture, when you actively have de-emphasized culture, you remember him saying, "What is culture? What does that mean?"
I wonder if we asked him that question today, if he would have a different answer.
He wouldn't. He's too prideful.
I wonder if we asked Brendan Marion, would he have a different answer? I guarantee he'd be like, there's culture. You have to have culture. You have to.
I wonder if Deion would still say he believes in building a football team from the outside in.
Oh, come on. I don't think he believed that when he was saying it. You can't. The heartbeat of the team.
It's trenches.
It's the trenches. Those big boys up front, those uglies up front are the reason why everybody else can do their job. Crazy.
I wonder if Deion would still say he doesn't know what what was it, a established quarterback?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's happening over there with Shedeur. Maybe he was right. Shedor's not an established quarterback. You can't beat out Deshaun Watson.
Well, do you remember him saying that?
I remember.
All right. I remember everything. All right. Final segment coming up. All right. What did we learn today in Denver sports? Well, actually, quite a bit. We'll catch you up next.
Think you know the NFL better than everyone else? Prove it. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan's NFL Survivor Challenge is here for the 2026 season. Each week, pick one NFL team you think will win their game. If your team wins, you survive to the next round. If they lose, you're out. The catch? You can only use each team once all season long, so choose wisely. It's free to enter, and the last fan standing will win $2,500. Head to denversports.com/survivor to join today. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of my friends at AeroSeal Colorado. Hey, when your air conditioning is kicking on in these sweltering summer days, is that cool air that flows through your HVAC ducts? Is it going where it's supposed to go with the pressure that it's supposed to have? Or do you know deep down you're not getting the best of that system? You're not quite sure why. It's hot upstairs and cold downstairs. All right, you have temperature inconsistencies room to room. Guys, that's more than a comfort issue. That's an energy issue. That's an efficiency issue. That's a utility bill once a month issue. Guys, AeroSeal Colorado has a patented technology where they can seal your HVAC ducts from the inside without removing any drywall. So think of like the process of Fix-A-Flat for your duct system. all right? I had cold air every summer and warm air every winter spilling aimlessly into a crawl space, all right? We were losing massive pressure, created all these temperature inconsistencies throughout our house. Luckily, AeroSeal Colorado came to my house, 4.9 rating on Google, and they AeroSealed my ducts, and man, goodness, guys, they changed our home. A truly innovative approach to making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. So go learn what I already know to be true at AeroSealColorado.com. That's AeroSeal Colorado.com.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home. That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco, banking for everyone.
A small roof problem today can become a major expense tomorrow. Colorado's hail, wind, and heavy snow can turn a few missing shingles or a small leak into costly water damage, mold, and even a full roof replacement. Don't wait until it's too late. Trust the experts at Colorado's Best Roofing. They provide honest inspections, dependable repairs, and reliable service to keep your home or business protected. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Visit roofingcolorado.com.
All right, Broncos country, buckle up. It is here. Game days are here. Football season is back. This is Phillip Lindsay speaking to you guys. And if you've ever watched me play, I'm all about speed, agility, and getting where I need to go efficiently. And when it comes to that summer vacation, or just a vacation, because I know a lot of you guys have your kids going back to school, but you have the weekend. So maybe it's a mini vacation. You need that same kind of reliable power. And this is why I'm teaming up with my friends at Hermes Worldwide. Let's be real. Getting to and from the airport or your destination can be a total fumble. Stressful parking, unreliable ride sharing, and nobody needs to deal with that. And this is where Hermes Worldwide is going to step into the game and score that game-winning touchdown for your travel plans. They offer top-notch transportation services, from sleek airport transfers and comfortable clean vehicles to reliable long-distance travel. They're dependable and very professional, and they understand that your vacation time is precious to you and your beautiful family. So, you need to ditch the travel day headaches and make your vacation a guaranteed win. Call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600, or you can visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry buys, sells, and services pre-owned Rolex, Cartier, and all luxury Swiss watches. So if you're looking to make a change in your watch collection or just looking to sell, come to Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry, located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Find your next adventure this August in the new 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid during the Honda Summer Event at Champ Honda. With impressive hybrid efficiency, modern technology, and the versatility Colorado drivers love, the CR-V Hybrid is ready for your daily commute or your next weekend getaway. Champ Honda has one of their largest selections in years, making it easy to find the right vehicle. Plus, with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, buying is simple, transparent, and Champ Honda never charges dealer handling fees.
Hey, Rob Biandino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled about 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. Man, I see so many bad stops on these DUIs, unlawful arrests, the police putting body cams off. The evidence is sketchy. We got to go get the evidence. We go find those cameras, the stores, the ATMs, the banks. We got the experts to challenge their breath tests, their blood tests. My office has over 100 years experience at this stuff. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com or 720-706-5151.
It's summer sale time in Colorado. Hi, folks. Dan Cicchini, done right kitchens, baths, counters, floors, finished basements, windows, and doors since 1985. Book now for select install dates this fall and save 14% on your done right remodel up to $3,000. DRHI.com.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment. We'll get to what we learned today in Denver sports. Real quick on the RumbleSlaw.com text line. I don't buy the Juju story. This comes from the 309. Put your name on it, man. I don't buy the Juju story. Why would he want to transfer to a school that doesn't throw the ball, especially when if he had hit the portal, top teams would have clamored for him? I don't know if that last part's true.
Yeah, the top teams.
If top teams are clamoring for Juju Lewis, a completely unproven kid.
You mean to tell me if LSU said or Ole Miss said, hey, look, like we need you. You don't think Juju's going to jump ship and go to LSU or Ole Miss?
1,000%. 1,000%. And I would just say this. Why would he want to transfer to a school that doesn't throw the ball? It would probably be surprising to you that Georgia Tech threw the ball more last year than CU did.
You know, I didn't even know that.
Most people don't.
Wow.
Most people don't. Okay. What did we learn today in Denver sports? We learned that Bo Nix is probably not going to play in preseason game number 3 the way that Sean said probably about 2 weeks ago.
You lied to us. Sean Payton, that is. You lied to us, man. Why? We didn't do anything to you. We just want to see Bo out there. Want to see him moving around, making plays. R.J. Harvey, J.K. Dobbin out of the backfield if J.K.'s going to play. Waddle, Court. Why can't we see that for a little while? Like 15 plays. Give me 15 plays from the starters.
Yeah, probably not going to happen according to Sean Payton. We don't know about the rest of the starters. We'll probably be left to speculate over the next 48 hours or so. So there's that. How about this? The Pro Bowl is going away for good.
Damn.
No more Pro Bowl game. This game, this annual game that was played for decades in a really fun high level, really got watered down to the point where it needed to die. The flag football, the no effort. I mean, it was just it turned into a sham, and it's really unfortunate because once upon a time like that, and the Pro Bowl they're still going to have the title of a Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
and I think in some ways it's good.
See, it's great. It's great because now you're not going to have alternates that are going to be in there.
Exactly.
Being selected as a Pro Bowl, being able to say, hey, I'm a Pro Bowler. Now the Pro Bowl moving forward will have a little bit more oomph behind it of like, hey, I am in the Pro Bowl. Not like, okay, I'm an alternate and everybody can be a Pro Bowler now. Maybe I'm saying that because I was one, and people look at that now thinking like, hey, it's not as big as an All-Pro. I understand that, but it's something.
Oh, dude, it's something that's really important. It's something that establishes Hall of Fame resumes and historical.
When you have Shedeur Sanders that's selected to it, but barely played.
Come on.
When you have Snoop
Huntley, Trevor Siemian.
It takes some of that credibility away.
Yes, and look, if I were you, I'd be thrilled that this is the case.
Oh, I'm thrilled. I am.
That this is prestigious. Being an NFL Pro Bowler means a lot. But when you water it down and you make it a flag football game and guys don't want to go and participate and you got Snoop Huntley out there representing the AFC, it's like, what the hell is happening here?
Come on.
So I think that's a good thing. Hey, real quick, think you know the NFL better than everyone else? Prove it. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan NFL Survivor Challenge is here for the 26th season. Each week, pick one NFL team you think will win their game. If your team wins, you survive to the next round. All right? If they lose, you're out. The catch? You can only use each team once all season long, so choose wisely. It's free to enter. And the last fan standing is going to win $2,500. Head to DenverSports.com/survivor to join today. Again, it costs you nothing. Survivor pools are so fun. You guys got to get involved with this, with the upside of $2,500 and the downside of literally there is no downside. What else did we learn today in Denver sports? The Broncos are introducing a 2-foot-long hot dog.
So they're taking it from the Rockies, huh?
I mean, the Rockies is 1 foot. I don't think it's 2 foot, Dante, right? No, I think it's just 1 foot. The Rocky dog is just 1 foot. This is
2 foot.
This is 2 feet of meat.
You guys should Lady in the Trampet. Or like RG3 and his wife with the croissant.
Oh, God, remember
I feel like you guys could recreate that real well.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Phil said, meet me in the middle.
He's like, I'm not, the fact that you said 2 feet of meat, I'm good.
They're calling it the Beast in a Blanket. Like almost a knockoff of like Pigs in a Blanket.
Did Greg Pinner come up with this?
I don't know.
Like, what in
no.
the world's going
I think
on?
it was the sous chef of like Armark who actually came up with it.
All right.
But yeah, this is that is a large piece of meat.
See, just
All right. And by the way, from what I understand, so that'll be available at Empower Field. All right, and you're talking about, dude. How about this? It's I think they're okay. So I think it's going to be it's going to be expensive. Let's just say that.
It'd be like $50.
Close.
Oh, I'm good.
Close.
I'm good. I'm 2 feet of meat. I'm good.
All right. We'll leave it there for now. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Really, really fun show. We will be back. Phil will be back tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's say Phil.
I am taking a day. I'm going on an assignment. All right. And that's all I can tell you. I'll be back on Friday. We're gonna be live from Murphy Creek on
Alcatraz. That's where I hope you're going.
We're gonna leave it here for now. We'll step aside. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? It's Phillip